Now, before I allow the guys to continue, I have to know, have you subscribed to the ClevelandMoto and Moto Stories and more YouTube channels yet? There is enough amazing content available on both channels. You can go ahead and cancel your Netflix subscription. See, the guys care deeply about you, so please go do it now before it's too late and they release the infected cyborg snakes.
Oh, hey. Welcome to the Cleveland Moto Podcast.
Hey, guys. Welcome to episode number 548 of the Cleveland Moto Podcast. Light 'em up, boys.
Very open mind.
And they're off. What an effervescent. We have a full house today at the Cleveland Moto Podcast, or I should say we have a full Rotskeller. To my immediate left, hiding behind me in the shadows,
Shanky Smith.
he could shank me at any moment. To his immediate left,
Dan Kromke.
and to his left, behind the boards,
Steve Sleepy.
and the Honda Whisperer is just taking a bite of food.
Johnny got a mouthful of food, Mac.
And to his left,
Rod Wiggins.
and to his left, around the corner,
Greg Castillo.
and behind the bar tonight,
Tom Pennington.
as usual, bartending for us. What a great day we've had. A couple of days in a row of fine motorcycle weather here in Cleveland, Ohio. The bikes are out. Everybody's running. Collecting flat tires like a son of a bitch. I got to say, I'm so proud of you guys in Cleveland. The potholes aren't full yet. No, they're not. But they are slowly filling up with small motorcycles. You are not alone if you have a dented rim. I've got a customer that just came in today. Tom put a brand new, very expensive front tire on his Triumph. And wouldn't you know, he came in yesterday with a dented rim and a slow leak. So that's not great. And I think he's got a big adventure planned in the next couple of days, too.
Well, I mean, Renee had the exact same thing happen.
Renee's Honda Fit took one for the team.
Uh-oh.
Yep. And so that was already a dented rim that was slow leaking. So when she did hit the pothole, she wasn't at the full recommended 34 PSI, but it cost her the rim. So,
I believe you can file a claim with the city, but good luck.
Congratulations. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody remembers this. Ages ago when we were still around the corner in Lakewood, James took a customer's bike out for a test ride. He was going across the bridge from Lakewood into Bay Village, or Rocky River. He was going across the bridge, and there was a fucking bike-eating hole. And not only...
It was like a trench. It was like a 1 foot trench.
It was 8 to 10 inches wide and over 6 feet long.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And so he dropped down into it. And not only did it explode the front tire, but the top case on the motorcycle shattered.
I believe it.
So much energy went through it, shattered the top case. And so James came back and he's like, we could see. He's not far from the shop. We can physically see him. And he comes in, he's like, I got problems. I can't get the bike out of the crevice.
Really? It was...
And I had to go rescue him. We literally had to extricate him from, and it was just one of those seams between two concrete, slabs that got chewed up.
But it was tight to the wheel.
Oh, it was so tight. Yeah, it was so tight.
So wait a minute, did he fall in it and fly over the handlebars?
No, he introduced his nuts to the triple clamp pretty fucking hard.
But that's the story with Andy, right? That she actually had a endo because she went into such a bad pothole that flipped over and hurt her head bad.
Hurt her head real bad. Yeah. So that was I'm telling you guys, we are not taking this shit lightly. However, keep in mind, your city services have not had a chance to go out and fill these damn holes in yet. So this is the time. Be careful out there. A little slower than you normally do. Maybe a little slower. Give them time to fill those fuckers in.
What?
Well, it'll be done in August. It is
Probably,
It is really exciting watching an actual public works department with a truck full of asphalt actively working instead of just digging giant trenches through the street and leaving it for 6 years.
Yeah, that's the difference between Cleveland and New Orleans. So that is a real thing. Can I hear the volume on this, Dan? Could you turn that down? I'm hearing a lot of side stream noise. Okay. So anyway, not to get, we're going to talk about Flatout Garage because this is a big deal.
What's that?
We got DGR coming up. We got Flatout Garage coming up. We got all kinds of cool shit happening. Because in Cleveland, as you guys know, we had one of the longest lasting Gen 1 motorcycle co-ops that everybody I know that ever talked about doing a motorcycle co-op, everyone who ever said, this is a great idea, my city needs one. They all flew to Cleveland. They all checked out Skidmark to see how the hell did they keep it going? How did it work? And the answer is, it works as long as you have somebody who's willing to sacrifice their entire life for it.
Well,
exactly. So Greg Castillo is the new guy. So
I mean,
we burned out one.
Well, it was fine until it wasn't fine.
Right.
That's
exactly right.
And it was just
it's epic. It is one of the greatest resources we've ever had. It brought joy to myself and all the motorcycle people of Cleveland. And the magic of it was non-denominational. So the moped guys were in there having a great time, and then the Harley guys were in there having a great time. And it was truly church, but it was non-denominational church, and that was pretty freaking amazing.
It was also non-monetizable.
Well, that was
that's the challenge.
That's the challenge, right?
What's that word again?
Yep.
Monetizable?
It was non-fungible.
Can you spell that, please?
Non-fungible.
Non-fungible. So it was non-fungible. It was fun, but non-fungible.
I thought it was a lot of fun. No.
Yeah, exactly. It was hyper fun. But so you guys this is what I love is the time, the withdrawal symptoms haven't even been able to kick in yet.
Yeah.
no.
Because you took the ball, and from the day that it was announced Skidmark was going away, I don't think it was 72 hours.
Nope. I honestly, I look back in my texts,
Yeah.
and Nick Costas, who's he's right over on Rocky River, and he's Rod's friend. That as soon as Brian told me, first person I called was my wife. Broke the news to her, and I was like, you know what though, this kind of like a blessing in disguise, because I honestly was like forced to sell a lot of my collection that I was going to sell eventually anyways. I'm like, I'll just go back to working in my garage in my house. When I called Nick second, he goes, what's going to happen with all this stuff? I said, Brian's going to sell it, obviously. And 2 days later, we were talking about a name.
Oh, wow.
I looked back in the text. It was March 4th.
Yeah.
Brian said, we're closing the garage.
Absolutely.
I didn't even have a reaction. I just started grabbing my bikes and taking them home. Because I had, the mini bikes displayed on the rack by my bench and on the shelf behind the stage.
You had a lot of shit.
A lot. And I started just taking it home and just taking the tray. I'm like, well, I had an idea of what I was going to do, call some collectors, call a bunch of my buddies and say, hey, this is available, Meanwhile, the ball started rolling. Nick knew Gillespie. I don't know his first name.
Yeah, Pat. Yeah.
He
Pat
owns
Gillespie.
tons of buildings down in the flats.
Yeah, his name is on the side of a whole lot of buildings down there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And funny, he was down at the garage with his daughter, who's doing the lease for us and everything. And I said, nice to meet you. Talk about. I said, one of the cool things. He's like, yeah, I like the bikes, because he's a bike guy.
Oh yeah, we've been working on his bikes for years.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he goes, I said, yeah, one of the cool things is we're gonna have the DGR at the garage. Start here. He goes, I used to do that.
Oh, that's awesome.
I used to do that all the time.
Right.
And I'm like, well, you should come for the, March 17th.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's always over there.
Oh yeah.
He's
You
like
said
80
March 17th?
May.
May 17th.
Sorry,
May
sorry.
17th. I can't be.
I was like,
March,
fuck, we missed
May.
it.
I was like,
They're
wait,
both
wait.
M's,
That's okay.
But no, he's like 80 years old, and I think he still has a collection of bikes, but I don't think he rides anymore.
Yeah, it's as far as we were thrilled to find that anybody that had property was willing to be like, yeah, this works for me. This is going to be something I can deal with. This is going to be something I can do.
Well, initially when we looked at the spot, I was like, "There's no way," because they technically said that the building itself, the square footage is like 6,000 square feet. Skidmark was 12.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, we're now going to half, but that's okay because there was a lot of dead space over at Skidmark. Like the lounge took up a quarter of the building
Easily. Yeah.
But I don't know if you saw any of the pictures yet. We streamlined everything.
Well, here, let's go into the building. Here we go. We're going through the door.
That's the back door. That's the machine shop.
A lot of work's been done even since this.
The whole floor was black and covered with grease, so we went in there and degreased everything, pressure washed everything. Now you're coming into the front of the building where all the bays are. So what you'll notice, there's none of shelves of parts.
Correct.
Or
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
abandoned bikes.
Abandoned
everywhere.
bikes, yeah.
Yet.
There's cranes everywhere.
Hopefully not.
There's new lights. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like I can get my hair done there too.
Yeah, the new pretty chairs. That was actually Nick's idea, and I said it's kind of set it up to like it's more of like a man cave hangout, and you could work on your bike.
Right.
I always wanted it Skidmark to be the come hang out, and you can also work on your bike.
Exactly.
And it just didn't have that feel because it was such a big cave, and there was so much garbage around. Not, I'm not talking garbage.
Oh, no,
I'm just
believe me, we've all been
piles
there,
of,
right?
Well, you were talking about tires.
Yep.
We have a stack of tires that when people come and change their tire, you're supposed to take it.
Yeah.
But they leave the
Of
tires.
course they do.
So we have a mountain of
And
tires.
you have to pay
Right.
to have them removed.
Right.
Right.
Brian was never really like,
We got a guy for that. Right.
Yeah.
Kudos
Yeah.
to Brian though for everything he built this
Yes.
community.
Oh.
And then when Nick brought me in, and Nick and I have grown up together since 6th grade, building mini bikes together back then. And we were 12 or whatever. And so brought me in, and just to see that place and what Brian had built and the community there was fantastic. And so Nick and I and Greg kind of teamed up, and Nick's got massive skills, decades experience in commercial real estate, so he can build stuff out in days that takes crew a week to do. So it's been very fortunate we've been able to do this quickly.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. I mean, the fact that you guys have pulled it together. One of the first things the first conversation we had, I was actually going over to Skidmark to do some stuff anyway. And I saw you there.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, I texted you. Can we do DGR? And I
Yeah.
was like, it's May 17th.
Yeah.
You think you're going to be... I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, that's like a month, right?
You have no idea.
And Greg was like, if it kills me.
yeah.
If it kills me,
Well,
we're going to do it.
Look at this. So like you look at this. I mean,
Right.
when you saw the logo,
Right.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
they're ready to go.
They're ready to go.
Well,
yeah, they're ready to go.
Yeah. Well, you should have saw the first one, and we were coming up. Me and Nick were like just, and in the beginning, I kept thinking, this isn't like it's a joke. It's not going to really happen. We're not going to really open another garage. It's too far fetched, Right. So in the beginning, we were trying to come up with names. I'm trying to think of something that says Cleveland, whatever. And one of the other things I was thinking is Guardian Cycle.
Right.
And I made this dumb Photoshop of mine and Nick's head on the Guardian statues where the bridge is.
Oh, that's great.
It was so stupid.
Yeah, but the first name was Skidmark 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Right.
But Brian wouldn't give us a skid mark name, which is fine.
Which is great.
Yeah.
And it should be part of his legacy because
Yeah.
that's his thing, and he built it. And I'm thrilled that MotoGo lives on.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because that's such an important thing for all of us.
Yeah.
And it makes me so proud that's happening. But that was like the idea about like, look, I'll sell you the truck.
Yeah.
The old vintage Ford. But we got to get the name off of it,
off,
right?
yeah.
Because Skidmark is definitely that Skidmark thing. When I think back to the original coffee company, when I think back to the original roasters, when I think back to the Danny days, right? And how hard they worked, how hard Brian worked, and what he had to overcome to make that work, because it tried to die.
I know.
It tried to get murdered.
Because that wasn't the first location. He moved, right?
That's the
was
whole thing.
second.
Yeah,
He started with Danny. I think there was only 3
the
benches
coffee
or
company,
something like
right? Yeah, at the coffee shop.
And then we moved into the Hamilton building. I think that was only like maybe 3,500 square feet, maybe. And it was just a big, long kind of garage.
It was a bowling alley.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. And then
Been in the building that we're at now, currently, like I think 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really been fantastic. It's
How do these assholes get like a free space like somebody we know? Like that. Wasn't that CycleWorks got that whole big fucking thing, and it was like a dollar lease to the city?
They got a sweetheart deal because that was a EPA challenged facility that they had been doing some, back in the old days in Cleveland, there wasn't such a thing called the EPA, and people just dumped their heavy metals down the drain.
That's why the river caught fire.
Right, and it wasn't shocking to anybody who's gone into all these old buildings to find a 5,000-gallon waste oil tank under the concrete that has been overfull for 100 years, and
Overflowing into the sewer system.
well, leaching out into the world, and a chrome shop set up in there for a little while, and then a place making like sarin gas set in for a little while, and then like a guy
Processing nuclear fuel rods.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Taco Bell meat processing.
Oh, that's the worst.
Right.
That's the worst.
So there's so many of these buildings that were in Cleveland that you'd be like, well, I'll sell it to you, but I gotta show you something.
Yeah.
And I went and looked at a building
Your
one
teeth are
time
gonna glow.
that was at the very far north end of West 25th Street, an area they're rehabbing now, Irish Bend, right? That area. And we had Tanuki up. Everybody drink. Honor Tanuki's on. And so I went in to buy this building, and at the time, my shop was on West 25th Street. So I was like, yeah, I'll just buy that whole building. I need to not be leasing. I need to not be renting anymore. And I went down, I looked at it, I was like, this place is fantastic. The CMHA had been using it as like a place to handle their accounts and whatnot, but it had a big enough showroom and it had a big enough parking lot. And this guy came over from the east side and he goes, hey man, I saw you were looking at that and I kind of picked up, you're spending a lot of time around here. And I said, I am. He goes, come here. The entire place is falling into the river.
Yeah.
And I said, is it really now? And he goes, oh yeah, come over to my property and look at it.
Yeah.
And he goes, if the guy sells it to you, run, don't walk away, right? You cannot buy this. And they were right because it had been condemned, or it was set up to be condemned. Had I bought it, I would have just been the next victim. Yeah. And some guy in Beechwood would have had all my money. Yeah. And then it would have fallen into the river, which is kind of what they had to do. They had to remove it so it didn't fall in the river.
Because that is gone now.
It's gone now. Yeah, it's physically gone. So it would have been the shortest ownership in the history of Cleveland. Well, not really the shortest, but yeah,
if you own that property,
a lot of dangerous properties.
If you own the actual property, then the Metro Parks bought all that stuff for big money.
Yeah,
and that's one of the cool things. I don't know if there's a picture of when you go out the back of our garage,
your back patio.
You're literally underneath the bridge where the skate park is in Murren's Wharf. And you're looking at Irish Bend where they're doing the whole thing.
The location you guys have is absolutely fantastic.
It's great.
We love that spot.
For people that don't know, and you're in Cleveland, the name of the place is Columbus, right? So Columbus Avenue, that is the magic road that gets you from the foot of the terminal tower to West 25th Street. It's the magic.
Tremont.
It's been our magic expressway for years and years and years. There's great bars. There's great food. There's
Hooples.
Hooples is there. There's so many cool things that are on that street within 100 meters left or right of where you
Brick
are.
and Barrel?
Yeah, Michael Simon's new spots there.
Yeah, and by the way,
It's really cool.
we were looking at that spot before we knew Michael Simon was moving right next to us.
That is true. That is true. But it didn't
He
help
moved
our
in
rent
because he knew you
rates.
guys were coming.
Yeah, it didn't help, it didn't help the rent. Yeah.
No, it's not.
You got to get that fucker on a bike.
Yeah.
Oh, he does have
a bike guy.
He's a bike guy. Yeah.
His partner is too.
Yep. So it's pretty great that resource is going to continue for all
Well, and you
of
were
us.
saying about all the apartments too across the river. Like
Across,
you're looking
literally
at,
across the river. 3 years ago, me and Dave were riding over there. It was just a field.
It was literally gravel the size of your fist.
Yeah,
And it was
and
deadly.
brush. Because I remember I'm like, being adventure riders, you're like, where can we find some gravel or some dirt? Well, hey, in the flats, I see a big open field. Let's go
Let's go
check
see
it
what's
out.
in it.
And 3 years ago, there was nothing there. Now it's all gigantic condos and everything else.
I rode my dirt bike up through there, and there's
it's-
all these trails that used to go back in there that was like homeless encampments and everything else that we used to just urban off-road back through there. And you're like, this changed a lot fast, real fast.
we were at Hooples on St. Patty's Day, and they were talking about the impact of them because right there is going to be a big parking lot as a trailhead for the trails
for
that they're
the
doing.
Irish Bend, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Exactly.
And
So
they're
it's
like,
great.
there goes all of our free parking.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. That has always been a nice thing about Hooples. You could sit there and look at the water while you were eating.
It was
and you
beautiful.
had massive parking under the bridge right across from where you were eating and the lot itself.
Even Franklin going up the hill, like used to be a nice little cut through. You go that way, you're right up by the bridge, and you can't go up that now. It's all closed off.
It's
but
definitely, that area has exploded.
You
But it's
can
in the
get a
best possible.
Franklin on your Honda Monkey, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
I'm sure you could.
Are you going to take
monkey approved.
like mini bikes over to the skateboard park at Merwin's Wharf?
Absolutely.
And drop
the
in?
pool. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And you're going to be a meme video like all the ones shooting up
Absolutely.
in
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I hope so.
Absolutely.
The first Can-Am Spider.
Hey, let me borrow that. I want to borrow your buddy.
Done.
Take
I
the
like
buddy in the
it.
bowl.
I
They've
like
got
it.
a big bowl. Yeah, take
I like the
buddy.
dude on the
Done.
250, the XL 250 that launches it like 30 feet in the air, just lands on his back.
Come
Walks
on.
away.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. So tell folks about how the membership works. I'm going to go ahead and pull the membership wall up.
Yeah,
so
great.
Sleepy can throw it up to the screen.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. So here's the idea: is that we wanted to carry on what Brian was doing as far as making a bay available for folks, a lift and selection of tools. We did get all of Brian's stuff, so the welders, the vapor blaster, lathe, the mill, all of that sort of stuff came over. Just got it wired up yesterday, so we're moving right along. We are offering an alumni rate for there's a discount associated for the
Current
folks who are
members.
coming over from Skidmark, and then a couple of different things that we've added because it is expensive, right? And that's one of the problems that Brian ran into. He's got a great vision, but it did get ahead of him in terms of financially. So a couple things we've added is this idea that we've got a community member. I think that's fairly standard. Because of the kind of stuff we do, the way we sidestep a lot of the rules is to run this as a private members-only club.
Mm-hmm.
Then, as long as everyone signed the waiver, we can
Right.
do pretty much whatever we want. And so everyone who's there kind of needs to have a membership. We'll have key cards from a security standpoint. That's helpful to know so that we all know who's in there around your stuff. And then we'll have, of course, we've got 19 or so lifts. And we're getting those signed up, and then we'll have the ability for those social members to come in and rent a bay for the weekend. So the weekend rate, you get the whole weekend for $250, but weekdays are cheaper, and we can get you scheduled in. And then we're going to get a shipping container out back, the fancy ones with the opening doors, so you can do kind of an arrive and ride thing. I suspect as I look out at those condos, there'll be a lot of folks in there that are looking for be able to come over to a cool spot, grab their bike and go. Maybe their wife doesn't even know they have it,
Right.
but there's they can have that bike. It'll be on a tender, and if they want to bring it into the wash bay or do some basic stuff, we've got a place for that.
That's a
People to help.
fantastic resource. For so many, Cleveland has so many more apartment dwellers than they ever did. And the variance that happened in a lot of these apartment buildings that went up, these condos that went up, there used to be a rule that said there had to be, one parking space or two parking spaces per unit. And because Cleveland doesn't have the footprint, they waived that. And on a lot of these buildings, a lot of these properties they're building, they waived that 1 to 2 parking spaces per unit rule. And so these places are always fighting for parking. The couple that moves in that says, oh yeah, we're not going to need 2 cars, we're going to just do 1 car. Yeah, guess what? Life gets in the way. So the fact that they can do motorcycle maintenance, motorcycle storage so close to where they live,
Right.
it's amazing.
Well, and in your lease for most of those places, it states very clearly that if you change your own oil there, you will be executed.
Oh, you're done.
Right.
Yeah, there is no touching your motorcycle in the parking lot.
We had a good, 10, 12 members at Skidmark that all they did was they stored their bike at Skidmark. They dropped their car off, went out for a ride, and brought it back.
Exactly.
Because they don't have a garage for their motorcycle. And think about it: if you're in an apartment, and I got a garage at my house, he's got a garage at his house. You go and sit in there, have a cigar, you have a beer. These people don't have that.
No.
When you got those $3,000 a month condos, you can't go, hey, honey, I'm going to go down to the garage and just go look at my car or look at my bike or, tinker a little bit. They got nothing.
Yeah, I have a lot of my customers that are in those buildings that have taken over every not rectangular spaced square foot of these basement garages and these multi-level garages. So where I'll go in, they'll be like, yeah, can you pick my bike up? Great, where is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm on the 3rd level down on East 4th and Euclid.
Yeah.
You have to go through a door your truck won't fit through. And then you go down into the sub-basement. Well, how will I find there's parking spots. Oh, we're not in a parking spot. Yeah. You have to roll the dumpster out of the way, and we're behind the dumpster. That's where my motorcycle is.
Well, and I didn't know that until one of our other members, Thomas, young guy, he just bought a DRZ 400, but he has a Buell Firebolt. Yeah, he's got a bunch of motorcycles. And I went to his place, and he's over on Sinclair by, I think, 31st. And it's just a nice apartment building. But you go underneath the building where the parking garage is, and I didn't know, like that's your garage where you put stuff. And I went in there the one day and I'm like, oh my God, like just all of his bikes are just mashed up against a wall in a corner. And I'm like,
the bikes are stashed, not stored.
I'm like, and he's got many bikes in his apartment too. Because you got no garage.
Right.
You know,
In
and then think
Chicago-
about it. Like, are you going to go in the parking garage and sit there and wrench and have a cigar, or like people are coming in and out? Like, it's not cool.
That's not
you
what
can't
they
make
want.
it your own. It's
They
just
don't.
a big-
Security's not going to take
No,
that.
they're not going to do it.
My friends in Chicago very frequently will live on one street, and their motorcycle will be in a garage 3 streets over and 2 blocks down. So they got to walk a ways to go get their motorcycle. And then they got to get permission to get the garage door open. And then their motorcycle's chained to the wall because it's Chicago. And I'm like, so wait, you have a house and your house has a garage. Check. But my garage has got my wife's car in it and all of our kids' stuff. And it's on the alley, so we don't have any bonus space.
Yeah.
So my motorcycle's literally 3 down and 4 over.
How much do I have to pay per month to like stand out inside and drink a beer and smoke a cigarette?
Oh, no, that's
Flatout?
ambiance. Yeah.
It's absolutely free.
that's ambiance.
We'll pay you, actually.
Yeah, we need that. I mean, you think about the city of Cleveland, that has been an attraction for motorcycle folks, is just having a place to go to stand around and bullshit with your friends that isn't just going to be like, okay, well, sir, if you don't buy a drink, you got to leave.
Right.
And you guys can't hang in the parking lot, right? You can't do this. Yeah, I've been chased out of a whole lot of bar parking lots. I've been chased out of a lot of places for just hanging out in the front talking to my friends for too long. This is what it's designed for.
I heard a wild rumor about mini bike races.
It's going to happen. Shh. It's on the hush hush.
Yep. Mini bike races,
Wild
RC
rumor.
cars. We've been talking about
RC
go-karts.
cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, this idea is ultimately, it turns into it.
Well, like I said, again, when we looked at the space, I kept thinking, like, I don't know how we're going to fit everything in here, but streamlining it, where you got just all the bays in the front, machine shop in the back, but now you got this big underneath the bridge out back for a little tomfoolery, a little bit of like mini bike racing, maybe some
I wasn't
RC
sure
stuff.
how much of that you owned.
Oh, we have.
I rode around back.
Well, there's also the hydraulic place next to us.
Yeah.
And then the actual building that's to our right is actually for lease, the space. But like it's just a dock, you know, like there's just a loading dock. So
But we should have use of that space as long as we don't offend the skaters by
Right,
doing
right.
anything
Well,
too
they're
obnoxiously
fenced
fun.
off anyways.
No, they
but-
should be all right.
We know they're silverback alpha male.
Yeah.
So like one of our friends that we've known forever is kind of like when he shows up, everyone gets real quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
He's that guy. 'Cause,
Well-
you know, he's skating like 57 years old and still skating super hard.
I think it was last week or a week and a half ago. A couple of the moped kids did want to see the spot.
Sure.
They came down and they're like, yeah, like we were on our way. Like actually, we were hanging out in front of the garage, right? And bikes are just going by, and this Honda Elite rips around and turns around and goes, hey. And I knew it was one of the moped kids. He's like, I was on my way to the skate park.
Yeah.
And I saw you guys are hanging out. Like, is this the new garage? I said, yeah, come and check it out.
I just can't wait for all of these 50-year-old guys that have been like, I used to skate.
Yeah.
And then they're going to drop in, and it's going to be just 9/11. Like, it's
No.
going to be just carnage. It is going to be chaos.
Dude, my hero just broke his leg. Billy Strings was coming off the stage and decided to do a kickflip and broke his ankle.
See?
Yeah,
This
shit
is it.
happens.
Yeah. Men past a certain age
Yeah,
shouldn't
it's,
skate. Yeah. That's as I'm waiting for, because it's like, yeah, I'm one of those ones that are like, I think I can still drop in.
Yeah.
I think
Let me
half
see
our
your
crew
board.
should barely be walking.
This is true. It's because of that shit.
That park is tempting, though.
It is very tempting.
I won't
Well,
even
it'd be
sit
really-
on a skateboard at this point. Fuck
The,
that,
the
dude.
skate park would be really cool with the RC cars.
Yes.
That'd be
now we're
like,
talking.
especially in the bowl, like just
Oh.
ripping them around. Because there was a couple guys on BMX.
Right.
Today I'm cleaning up, sweeping out in the back, and I look over and there's a guy just
When there's too
doing
much-
flips out of the bowl in a BMX. I'm like, oh my god,
When there's too much rain for the skate guys to be
Yeah.
out there, that's when the RC cars come out.
absolutely.
That's
Or
big
RC
fun.
boats.
Yeah. RC boats.
I like it.
We can get those down in the river.
I was
Yeah.
going to
Just
say,
on both sides.
okay, so who's going to be the first mini bike in the river?
Ah.
Oh, boy. Oh, shit.
Well, and directly across the street from us, which I didn't even know when we were secured that location.
got
I
the
just,
rowing
I
club.
looked, the rowing club is
Rowing
across,
club's right
but,
there. Yeah.
there's a Cleveland sign there. And I was like, wow, I got to go check this out. And I took this picture. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
this is probably one of the
Yeah, the
nicest
skyline
Cleveland.
right behind it. It's awesome.
Yeah, the
That's a
everything.
great shot.
But literally, like, there's kind of a rail there, but there's also, you go to the left and there's no rail. And there's like a gravel thing. Like, you could put a ramp there and just
You
jump
could
straight into the river.
launch out of the dining patio for Merwin's Wharf Restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
You could go in so easy.
Right.
Yeah, I've always looked at that and been like, when we would take DGR and stuff there, I would just be like, somebody's going to fuck up and just come in hot on the gravel.
Well,
and
And I didn't honestly know how deep that was. And you see those barges come through, and they've got all the marks, all the feet on them. It's
30
like
feet.
30 feet. Like, yeah, it goes way down.
Yeah.
You know.
It's really an interesting thing.
If a mini bike goes in that river, it's not coming out.
It's not coming.
It's not
Well, I
coming.
mean, if you think about all the ships that go by and people drowning in there, you didn't think it was 3 feet deep,
No,
right?
no.
You got to do what the guys who ride snowmobiles on the water do. They put a little buoy off
We
of it.
got-
It sinks, and then they can hook onto it and tow it back up.
Otherwise, we got to call LT Magnato to come and rescue you with his kayak.
Yeah.
It's a strap up, winch you up, give you a little coffee. Yeah, that's it's super exciting. I'm absolutely stoked about it. It's really cool.
You have to call the Putzfrau. The Putzfrau is the little boat that cleans
is that
up.
what it is?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
The community support though has been outstanding. To have folks come out, we're doing terrible work cleaning out a terrible lot out there, and folks just volunteering to help out. I mean, it's a testament to what Brian built.
And that's the thing. So I was doing a video with Steph Tuesday, right? And so I didn't know. I thought she'd been building bikes forever, right?
No.
she was doing cars. The whole reason she started building bikes was because of Skid Mark.
So I want to say it was it's definitely longer than we had this current building. So it's got to be like probably 6 years ago. Steph shows up at one of I think it was a MotoGo fundraiser or something.
That's
It
what
was
she
one
said.
of the, and she bid on one of the $600 membership, like half a year membership, and she won it.
And it came with the 550.
And it came with a 550. So like that was her introduction into motorcycles, and she has done some great
Amazing
things.
stuff.
Yes.
But
And
she
still
was-
doing it.
Well, she was just saying though, like how important that community was for her, because her other experience was Harley people.
No.
And it's not no disrespect to Harley people, but like the hardcore, like don't like anybody but Harley people. And she was like, I don't think I like motorcycles. And then she came up and met everybody at Skidmark, which is more of the scene. I mean, the place was the which is now going to be your place, but the scene of people that held those people compared to everybody else were accepting of everybody. And it made that, she was like, wow, this is a community that I really want to be a part of. And now it's been for 6 or 7 years.
Right.
So
right.
that's cool, man. That's
I
really
think that's
cool.
consistent nationwide with motorcycle co-ops.
Yeah.
I got to say, everyone I've ever seen, the group that is the core foundation behind the motorcycle co-op, they want that experience. They want that place to be like, hey man, leave your shit outside. This is a motorcycle space. We're all here for the motorcycle stuff. And you're going to meet every kind of person in there. Every kind of person.
How long have the Misfits been going on?
Forever.
Like, yeah,
Right.
so they've been
Yeah.
doing it in Santa Fe.
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
Santa
Yeah.
Cruz.
And they got a system that works. Like Liza says, every Sunday, right? Show up, put out the chairs, and people will come. And she does. And I've done that. I've flown in there when she didn't even know I was coming, and flown in and then catch an Uber to get from the airport down to Santa Cruz, and then just legitimately wander in and wander right into their podcast and just show up. And I'm shocked always at how many people are there and the group that they get on a Sunday.
Well,
So it's cool.
I don't know if you guys knew. I think Steve Noble did a coffee and motorcycles last year.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about
He
it?
did
Yes.
one,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
one. And it was a great success.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a lot of people there, and me and Dave were coming back from a ride, so we showed up with our bikes all dirty and muddy, and
Oh, cool.
like everyone's got coffee and whatever. It was great.
Yeah, that is cool. That's really
It was
neat.
never done again.
Well, I can't do cars and coffee because it's Friday morning.
Well, my whole thing was I said,
I'm a working
we got to
guy.
keep, we're
Yeah.
going to have this garage. We're going to have a great location. Let's have like coffee and motorcycles every Sunday.
Fuck yeah.
Let's do something every Tuesday. Let's
Right.
do this here, because it's you got to keep the people engaged.
There's got to be a breakfast food truck. Get them fuckers to come down.
yeah.
Park that
No,
shit out there.
no. You get all the money. So
Oh, okay. So you
I mean,
make
you can have cars and coffee, and you should be able to sell coffee for
All right,
$5
so-
and make money doing that.
Little
you know?
sidetrack. You guys ever have Geta?
Of course we get it.
Okay.
That's how they clean the floors
So I was introduced to Geta
in Cincinnati.
by Nick, our other guy, Nick Costas, and was like, you got to give me. So I go to the Garage Brood show, right?
Right.
I got my yellow bike down there. He's like, I took my wife and kids.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, where you at? I talked to him on the phone. I said, I'm at this place called Jungle Gyms. You ever hear of it? He goes, oh my God, get me some Geta. And I go, what's that? He goes, it's like a sausage.
Oatmeal
and-
sausage.
Yeah. He goes, give me 2 of them. No, give me 4 of them. No, give me 6 of them. Give me 10 of them. And I was like, what the heck is this? I'm walking through the thing like this with all this Geta. And I got some for myself. And I tried it. And I was like, wow, this is really good. But you can't find it anywhere but like Cincinnati.
I bet you Chris knows how they make it or
Well,
why it
I do.
exists.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
Nick-
make my own.
Nick tried making it, and it was okay. He used a real lean meat, which you're supposed to use a fatty meat. So
Yeah,
kind of.
right.
And my wife made some. It's amazing. It's great.
Nice.
And
But,
the Pennsylvania equivalent is
Scrapple.
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 Yeah. But we were talking about like we should do get in eggs, you know, at the garage.
Call
Because we
the
get
local
right.
butcher's shop and
Right.
throw down the oats, sweep
Yeah.
up the floor.
Right.
You got your Geta. Right?
I'll give you $10.
That's how
for
it
that.
came out.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
how it showed up. That's how,
Nick
that was the
actually
start.
just texted me. He's having a Geta and egg sandwich for for dinner time.
Yeah, that's
Serious.
fun. I mean,
Attaboy.
it's one of those things though that I'm sure in your circle you will find the guy who says, so I used to be part of National Guard, right? And I used to be part of the veterans whole vibe.
Sure.
Is that one weekend a month you go to your National Guard, you go to your post. And you go to your post, and if you think you're going there to field strip M16s and to, you know, pull maintenance on tanks and shit, you are sorely mistaken. You're going there to have the world's largest breakfast. You're going there, all these places have a fully trimmed out stainless kitchen and like a little basketball gymnasium area, right? So you're not going there to enhance your military skills and stay sharp and be the cutting edge of the National Guard. You're going there to eat pancakes and loads of them and shit tons of them. And these guys get there, and they've been getting there for 30 goddamn years. And like the command sergeant major of the post is the guy who makes the best waffles and pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I couldn't believe it that every time I'd go in there, it'd be a 2,000 calorie morning. And I'm like, this is where we're supposed to be staying fit and staying sharp as military soldiers? No, all we're doing is eating from the time we get there until the time we leave. It'll be impossible for you to not have somebody show up and be like, oh, I love cooking breakfast sandwiches for people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when that guy shows up, you pat
With
him on
his
the
field
head.
kitchen.
You pat him on the head. You give him a special jacket or vest that says he's special. He'll never leave. He'll never leave. And he'll sit there and he'll grill food for you that you'll sell and you'll split it with him or whatever. And you'll have a wonderful thing that people will be like, fuck yeah, man, I'm going in and get those big silver urns full of coffee because bad coffee is exactly what the world runs on. It doesn't have to be amazing.
And those dudes out themselves.
Yes,
All
they
you
do.
got to do is set up a grill and just watch the guy that's
Yeah.
standing close to
Yeah.
it, just looking around. You're like, you want to do this? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or bring one box of donuts one time and listen for the assholes being like, man, if I was doing this, I would have a box of donuts. I'd be sitting there saying, like, good, you're fucking right. Oh, that sounds like you've been voluntold.
Some people can't agree on like, you know, what kind of bike they like or whatever, but you can also agree, everyone can agree that they love breakfast.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Breakfast wins.
Breakfast is always the way to do a Sunday. And if you can do a Sunday and have everybody show up for breakfast and just be like part of the community, that's great.
So one of the things I always was, I mean, Skidmark Garage had a great building. Like the inside, you know, like with the lounge and everything, it was amazing. You walk in there and like, wow, this is really great. Yeah. But the location, there was no foot traffic. It was literally, you're in an industrial area. And, you know, it's just, even now, the location that we're at now, when the bridge goes up and the barges are coming through, you sit out front, you have a cigar, and you watch people. And we've had some people that just walk by and like, what is going on in here? You know, we don't even have a sign up yet. Nick parks his little
I saw it.
coney out front, you know, with the, you know, but people walking their dog. We just had a girl come by and she's like, I'm a certified welder. She's like, I'm an artist. I sculpt on, I do like sculptors with like concrete, like chisels, like all this stuff. Yeah. She's like, what's going on in here? And I said, well, let me show you. You know, her and her friend came in and she was taking video and she's like, I want to be a member here. I want to learn how to like do things. And I go, okay, like, we'll sign you up. No problem. Like she's like, I'm a certified welder. I'm like, so let me show you our welding table. Let me show you all this.
And that's just cheating. That's the van that says free candy.
Yeah.
When you show her all the Lincoln Electric shit,
Right.
she's like, I'm a certified welder. Oh,
Right.
Well,
yeah.
you know, we have, that was one of the things. Skidmark always had classes. Steve Noble
Very
taught
cool.
classes on welding and carb, you know, like that. We're probably going to talk to him about having some more classes there, you know.
For sure. I think that's the best
But
idea.
I mean, the foot traffic, just the people alone. We're not really even advertising that we're open right now. And there's no sign out front, but people are like, "What's going on in here?" We've had so many people just stop in and say, "What's going on?" You know, and let me tell you, you know,
we have had unsolicited advice already show up at the shop for your operation.
Oh yeah, we're still listening.
They are.
We want to hear it.
They're like, oh, you know what they should do? And I'm like, I'm sure they'd love to hear it, right?
We would love to hear it.
Oh, well, I hope they do this. or they better not do that, or they do whatever. I'm like, oh, I see a membership in your future.
But you know
right?
what? I think what you got to do is be like, I like your idea. If you buy a membership, we'll do it.
Well, there's all
put some skin in the game.
get some skin in the game.
And that's it. If you're a member, you definitely have a say.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You definitely have like, hey, maybe if we do this and do this, okay, or like a
And then
suggestion
eventually
box
you
or
can
whatever.
be part of the tribunal.
Right. You can't just be like, oh, I'm not going to join your garage.
The Pentaveret.
You can't just be, I'm not going to join your garage, but you should do this.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not going to listen to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. When you get the special aprons and the special hats, then
mean,
we'll know. Yeah.
You have to earn those.
I was looking back at my memories.
Flat out handshake.
I've been helping Brian out with Skidmark for the last 8 years.
Oh, yeah,
So I've
exactly.
seen a lot of people come and go. I've seen what worked and what didn't work.
Right. That's the
And a lot of good, the thing that was weighing on my heart when Brian told me the garage was closing is in May. It was March 4th. Previous to that, like in January, February, we had I would say 6 new members that joined the garage that were amazing members. One of the guys, he owns a couple bars. Another guy was doing a shovel head, and he's like, I'm doing this, and I want to find this kind of bike, and I want to do this kind of bike. He ended up buying, when I was letting some go of my stuff, he bought a moped for me for his wife.
Oh, wow.
He bought a mini bike for his brother, and he wants to come to the garage. So it's like we had such a good, just diverse crowd that we're excited about the garage, and then for all to go away.
Yeah, we couldn't let that happen.
No.
What do
I
you
agree
do?
completely.
I have a
What do you
quick
do?
question. Did the Skidmark auction go off?
No, that's this Sunday.
Sunday.
That's
The
this
20th.
Sunday.
Okay,
So we
yes.
should probably talk a little. If anybody's interested, go to what was it? The auction. There's an auction site.
It's called 2 cents.
2 cents or something auction.
If you go on the Flatout Garage Facebook page, it's advertised there, or I think even the Skidmark page.
Yep, Flat Out Garage Cleat, and then the events page.
I was looking at certain things there. That one.
April-
So a lot of the bikes that are up for auction, and nothing is reserved. I even threw a couple of my bikes in there, some mini bikes, and 2 SL350s. One of them has a title. Both are pretty complete. Both turn over. One has a title, but the one, that was my goal last year. I rode I had a nice SL350 I took to Mid-Ohio, and it was just an amazing bike there, and I ended up selling it, and I was going to take the 2 parts bikes and make one just dirt bike and then one a street legal bike. Well, that's not going to happen, so they're going to the auction. There's a couple other parts bikes that were just and again, we had these members that they had these great ideas. I'm going to buy a bike for cheap. I'm going to fix it up at Skidmark Garage, and I'm going to ride it, okay? One of the ladies bought a CB200. I think it was 74. It was gray, whatever. Gorgeous bike. It was all there.
I've owned 4 of those.
I was going to say.
Great bikes. Great bikes. She starts taking it apart and gets the airbox, opens up the airbox, and mouse stuff falls out, and she goes, I'm done. And never came back. But she handed Brian the title. She handed Brian the title, here you go. So that's going to be in the auction.
Right.
Another member had a CB900, took it completely apart, and then never came back.
Yeah.
And here's the title. It's all in a box. It's ready to be assembled.
There you go.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some do-it-yourself assembly kits.
Yeah.
Yes. Some what we call 1-to-1 scale models.
There's actually a lot pallets of actual complete CB750 motors, all different years. Wow. Brian, I think, was saving them up for. I think he was going to have he does the 350s with MotoGo.
Right.
He was going to have a class that tore down 750s and rebuilt them. So there's probably, I would say, 10 to 12 complete different year, all different years. CB750s.
Hey, Sleepy, throw this up.
One for your blender, the other one for your buddy.
Yeah.
So there you go. So
There's the 200 right there.
There's the 200 right there, right? We all recognize that Cafe Racer gas tank anywhere. But the hilarious thing is this is one page, and that one page has got 10 bikes on it, and there's 8 pages.
I want that weird 2-stroke motor, the Ropebe.
The what?
Oh, wait, what's that? What's the
it's
tank?
it's a
Right there.
really-
What's that?
That's a Cafe Racer kit for...
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Are you talking about the with the big head?
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute.
Oh, Daddy likes.
I have some information on that.
I'm getting that.
Yeah.
So Pete, Uncle Pete,
Uncle Pete knew exactly
he
what it
goes,
was.
no, because he texted me, and he goes, what is this motor?
Right.
And I said, well, there was an estate sale. This one guy that Bruce Maddy, 2-stroke guy. I don't know if any of you guys knew him. He passed away, and there was a estate sale. That motor was sitting on the ground, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, that's just cool looking.
It's like
motor.
an Aries or
ASPES. Aspes. It's an Italian thing. I've never heard of it. And the motor was sitting there. I'm like, I got to have that. Well, I didn't know there was like no internals in it. But
no
the cases,
piston, no nothing.
No, the cases and the head, everything's really nice.
It's
like
so
somebody
cool
just took
looking.
it apart.
Yeah, it's like a piece of artwork.
I had sold that Yamaha 200, that CS5 that I had, that purple one.
Yeah.
I sold it to a kid who has a ton of dirt bikes. He's out in PA. And he saw that motor sitting there. He goes, will you sell me that? Like, what do you want for it? And I go, it's part of the auction. Right. That's one thing. Once
it's in the auction,
it's in the auction. Nothing's like when you see those pictures, everything's going to be there when you go there on Sunday to bid on it.
Is it all in person or is there online too?
There's no online.
Yep.
No. And you got to, well, I don't know if you have to take it exactly that day or that, but like by April 30th, everything has to be out of the garage, which there might be a lot of scrap. I don't know.
Yeah, when I shut down one of my shops.
Are you going to get the money for your bikes?
I don't care.
Okay.
Good luck.
I
want you to.
I'm throwing it all out.
Yeah.
Like I put in some mini bikes that there's a couple of 19. If you look up a 1970 Bronco TC4, little Italian 50cc 5-speed. There's 2 of them in there.
They could be yours.
They could be yours, and I paid some good money for them, and I'm just letting them go to auction because I
want those
can't take it all.
SL350s.
The SL350s are nice.
And there's a title for one in your name? Whose name?
I don't know if there's pictures on the. There's probably pictures on the.
So here's what we wanted.
Yeah.
I want to make sure we get this message out. Yeah. This is April 26th. Okay. Yeah. So you have no time to get ready. So if you're watching this live, you are now part of the cognoscenti. You have this information. You know where to be. You need to be at 4806 Hamilton on April 26th. And
I won't be.
I'm guessing.
I'm working.
Right? I'm guessing this is going to be an all-day event, but you'll want to get there early. I know it starts at 1, but you want to look at the shit.
Yeah.
So is it going to be a time
you
like
want to get there early?
Bid all day, and at a certain point at the end of the day,
I think it's just the guy walks down the line, points at something.
That's
and
exactly
you
how it
just,
Who will give me 40? Who will give me 30? Who will give me 50? Who will give me 45?
Because there's boxes of I went through all my stuff, and there's just boxes of parts that I don't even know what's in them, and I just put them all out.
I've only seen one thing so far because I'm not buying anything. I'm on the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm in the getting smaller stage.
Yeah.
But there is one
the
item.
auctioneer needs to come by the shop later after he's done.
Yeah.
That's not enough, Phil.
There's one item there that might save me from falling out of the rafters.
What's that?
This is a very simple pallet stacker. So for us, we've got pallet shelving in our shop, and we've got no less than 30 incomplete motorcycles in Tom's service department that are all at an altitude of about 8 feet, 9 feet. So you can walk into the mechanics cubbies underneath them. And so the very technical way that we do this now is I put a ladder up and I climb up like literally like Jungle Jim, and I hold on to the pallet racking with one hand and I grab items with the other hand and then try not to fall.
Well,
this
for the
could
last
save your life.
For the last
save my life.
For the last 5 years,
that
thing was my elevator to the second floor where all my mini bikes were
and
all my parts were. So I'd go in and go, oh, I need this, and I'd go up there and just go up in there, put all my bikes up there.
Yeah,
so it works great.
That's the only thing I was like, oh, that has potential.
It's very cool.
That has potential.
We did have an important question from the chat before, and it's like with all the memberships, can you also buy a members only jacket?
That's coming.
Yeah.
That is definitely coming.
Your conception, application, build out, merchandising.
Well, listen. You remember like a couple months ago, Brian actually had the Skid Mark hoodies. Okay,
absolutely.
They sold out in one day. One day. He got really nice Carhartt hoodies, and I joked with him. This
$100 hoodie.
This was in like January, February. I forget what He had this idea like, let's do these nice hoodies. The Carhartt ones, they're gonna be $100. I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna work. One day we sold 25 of them. That's all he ordered.
But
they were all gone.
You know why? Because when somebody saw the Carhartt, they knew they were at least getting a good
right.
fucking hoodie.
Quality.
Because like Moto America, you buy their things, you're
right.
all excited, and it's like a fucking T-shirt with a hood on it. And you're like, come on.
But what I said and I joked with Brian, I said, let's close the garage and just start a T-shirt business. Which honestly, anytime anyone comes to like the Piston Power Show, Mid-Ohio, anywhere we set up and sell T-shirts, the ones that say fix your own.
Yeah, fix your own shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Those sell first. And that's what everyone wants.
That's what you want.
I mean, we're going to have Flatout shirts. We have stickers right now, but everything's coming, you know.
So it's Flatout. I thought it was Fuck Off Garage. Sorry.
Well, wait a minute. That was the joke. That was the joke because there's that place down in Peninsula where it looks like a garage, but it's just in the metro parks, you know.
Oh,
like
yeah,
it looks like and it says MO Garage, right? And I was just down there today with the Africa Twin, and I was joking about like, should we have it say Flat Out Garage or just F-O Garage,
Exactly.
you know? Because that's where you go to F off, you know?
I totally agree.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, the MD Garage. So the MD Garage has been a thing that if you live in the Cleveland area and you have a street rod or you have a Harley Davidson or a motorcycle, you are required by law to have a photograph of your vehicle in front of this vintage 1950s style garage. Yeah.
Right.
And it's really cool in the fact that you just wander across it on Boston Mills Road. I'm just like, the one day I'm riding along and it's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
But I had to wait in line behind like 6 guys in T-buckets to get a picture in front of the damn thing. So yeah, they book it out.
So you had mentioned Hooples.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're right down the street from Hooples. And one of the concepts I kept saying, one of the things that Skidmark never did was we never advertised on the outside of the building. There was nothing there. You know, it just said for lease, you know, like no one knew it was a motorcycle garage. It was all
secret handshake.
You know, kind of like, so I said, wouldn't it be cool to make the outside of Flat Out Garage look like an old time car garage or motorcycle garage, you know? So I don't know if it was how many days ago it was, but last week. We're cleaning up there. We just had the front painted, this nice hunter green, Irish Bend. And some of the plumbing on the outside was painted red, and Rod found a Texaco sticker that looks like it's like rusty, and he put it on the front of the thing. So there's 2 guys walking by. I'm sweeping up in the front, and the guy comes up and he's looking at he's pointing at the Texaco thing. It's Norm Polanski that owns Hooples, and he owns the Parkview. And he goes, "Hey, Greg, you know, I knew him from years ago playing in his stuff, And he goes, hey, I got a gas pump that's made out of wood, and it matches this Texaco thing. Do you want it?" And I go, "Absolutely.
Yes, I'll display it for you for free."
Yeah. Absolutely. So it looks whoever made this thing like really took the time to make it look like an exact gas pump.
Outstanding.
And the top light, but it's all wood, you know, and it's got a glass front with all the numbers, you know. Little
if it was metal, somebody'd steal it years ago.
Right. So put that outside, put the thing out, and the whole idea of the MD Garage, everyone wants to take their picture with it.
Right.
You make the outside of Flat Out Garage look like an old garage.
Oh, exactly.
And everyone's going to want to come up and take a picture of Flat Out Garage.
Oh, it's brilliant.
This place is going to be tatted up in no time.
Well, and that's another thing, you know, there's going to be an interview process, you know. If you're looking to just do wheelies and burnouts in front of our garage, it's not going to happen. But if you're looking to jump a mini bike into the river, that will happen.
Well, my God, we've got the Nada ramp just for you. We're really good at building Nada ramps.
Just make sure
Here,
a
take
barge
my
isn't
SSR.
coming. Make sure there's no barges coming.
Right.
I feel like somebody could make it across.
That's the bonus
challenge
points.
has been put out.
I believe you.
Yeah, the Sky
absolutely.
Cycle. Yeah.
You could just make it across. You can do it.
Just make
Well,
it.
over at those new condos, there is like a ramp that goes down to the actual river's edge.
Right.
But on the other side, it's all gravel. So you'd have to have some kind of landing ramp, you know.
You've thought about this already.
Clearly.
The wheels were turning.
Just do water skipping. Skip right across the water.
I think you'd hit the water pretty hard.
I'm certain. But it'd be epic.
Yeah.
We'd talk about you for a really long time. Yeah. So looking at the neighborhood works perfectly. The spirit, obviously everybody's fired up about it. The bike boxes, I love that because looking at the layout, the first thing I thought was, okay, now each one of those lifts is going to have 5 people's bikes that are waiting for their turn on the lift. And so with the amount of space that you have, 5 bikes per lift, oh man, these bikes need to go somewhere.
Well,
It's like hot lifts versus permit lifts. Like if you want to spend a good bit of money and have your bike just parked there, then that's going to cost you.
Well,
but having like some day lives, like I want to roll up and change my oil.
But that's what we have. So if you looked at that video where you come into the machine shop, directly to your right, there's 5 or 4 of the red
Harbor Freight lifts.
Yeah, the Harbor Freight lifts. That's the ones that you come in a day right there.
Yep.
You can come in and use all that stuff. We got all the tools, everything in the back, the whole machine shop, and the front part would be more of like you're going to be there for a while.
Your
you're
member
gonna be
lifts.
taking your stuff.
You got roll on, roll off, or
yeah. But also, like when we were talking about the storage containers, I'm like, well, how's it going to work if you open the back doors and you got to roll them in the front? And then I didn't know that storage containers, they make them where the sides open up like garage doors,
that's
like barn
genius.
doors.
That'll be beautiful.
And that's perfect because you roll the bike right in, you close the door, it's locked. We got cameras, we got security. That even the back parking lot has a big gate that's fenced in and locks. So I'm not worried about any of that stuff.
I think it's really cool.
And so what are we missing, Phil?
Well, you know what? I tell you, the biggest thing when I look at this entire operation and I'm like, okay, where's going to be the stumble point? Where's going to be the thing? And I think you guys have nailed it. And I love the pricing structure. I think you guys have absolutely nailed the pricing structure. I think that's cool.
Well, there's a lot of people that they have a newer bike and they don't have a bike that they want to tear down completely and rebuild. But they want to do maintenance on it, and they want a place to hang out.
That weekend warrior thing,
the
weekend warrior thing, you've got a guy that says, okay, you just say, I'm a guy, I'm going to give you my $50 a month because I love what you're doing, and I want to be able to come and hang out and do my thing, right? So that's it. I'll never need a lift. I have that, right? But I want to hang out. I want to be part of the community, right? You're going to get so many people like that. So now you got your guy who's a $49 a month member, and he's been doing it for years, right? But guess what? Man, I got the itch. I want to build a bike.
Yeah.
Right. And so now he's gonna now pop in for his weekend package. Right. So that's his plan. He's gonna become a weekend warrior. And so boom, now he's got a schedule. He's got his name on a lift. You know he's gonna be there. The other people that are sharing that space know he's gonna be there. That's gonna be the tough one. Is gonna be when human beings do what human beings do, and that is they promise one thing and they do another thing.
Right.
And then that's always
projects go sideways.
Projects go sideways. And I think that with any operation, no matter what it is, and we at our shop, we used to have a thing for years. We were like, okay, schedule your maintenance. Let us know. We're gonna get you on the schedule. We're gonna space things out and make things real pretty. But what happens, and it happens every day, is okay, Tom, you know, the way we used to have it set up, Tom, you got this guy coming at 11, you got this guy coming in at 1, you got this guy coming in at 2, you got this guy's going to need 3 hours, this guy's coming in at 4. Guy 1 doesn't show up. Guy 2 doesn't show up.
And then they all show up at the
And then they all show up because traffic was bad or it was rainy or whatever, and they all show up at 4 o'clock. And you're like, well, wait a second, where the hell was everybody at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, right? So that is always the problem, is the herding cats.
Well, if you say like, I'm going to need the weekend, or you buy the weekend warrior package, and like you just come in on Friday and you get it out by Sunday.
That's your whole
whenever you got
day, your whole weekend. You live there.
You're not just like, oh, I got to come in at 1 and I leave by 4. Right. You know. It's,
My question is, okay, so you're doing a monthly membership.
Yes.
How many months? Month by month?
It'll be like, so one of the things that Brian never did, and it was baffled my mind.
Have you heard of Anytime Fitness?
Yeah.
They're stealing their business model.
Well,
that sounds great.
You can join, you just can't leave.
Your
right. There's
your card's on file,
right.
and as long as your stuff's there, like your money's coming out of the account.
Guaranteed. Yep.
And one of the good, like I told Brian, we should look into, like when you go to a gym, you got the scan cards, like you get at a hotel or like a fob or something to get in. That tells you who's coming in at what time, and if they don't pay, you shut off their card. Like,
you know what?
Is that not a no-brainer? I mean, it costs money. That system is going to cost
but
money.
The thing that people have to remember is, no matter how cool you guys are or whatever, it's a business. You have to keep it open. You have to do
for
that
everybody.
Like that.
We don't want to go out. We don't want to.
Right.
No, that's
and
the
if
worst
you
part of
start
the
and you get the chance right now to start and just be like, this is the policy, and so you're established a policy now, and that way it's, you know what I mean. You just set it in stone, and people
the thing
understand.
that breaks my heart the most about Skidmark closing was the amount of members. I'm not even going to mention names that owed thousands to Brian, that had thousands of dollars in their bank account. You know,
they couldn't pay it.
The one guy I'm not going to mention his name, but he was an airplane pilot, had 3 bikes there, and owed thousands of dollars. And when he came in to get his bikes, he goes, well, I'm just going to sell the bikes and give the money to Brian because I don't need it. It's like, well, then if you didn't need it, why didn't you pay when you needed to? You know,
because somebody needed it.
Some of that stuff. It's like,
Right.
you know, and Brian is too nice of a guy to like really like. At one point, he was having me like text people and go, "Hey, you gonna pay?" You know, whatever. You know, and I'm like, this is. I knew for a while like things were kind of declining.
Well, it's the hardest part of any club environment is always being the guy that collects the dues, being the guy that keeps it organized. I love the club idea of having the card. That gets you. That's the magic thing in the state of Ohio. That gets like, oh, you know, they don't have a liquor license. They don't need to. They're a club.
Right.
I did credit and collections for about 10 years.
Oh.
Hi, my name's Sean McElfresh. I'm with Flatout Garage. I'm just calling to let you know that your membership is overdue.
But see, that's the thing. We've already
I need
had
a
a bunch
firm
of
commitment for payment from you today, or we're going to have to...
We're going to boot your bike.
We've already had a bunch of people going, hey, I'll just help you guys out. What do you need help with? You know, and I'm like, well,
That's been fantastic.
That is the
help-
community stepping up is a great thing. I love
exactly, because there's people that really didn't want Skidmark to fail.
that. No.
I don't want to have to escalate this to my supervisor for review for default.
Oh, man.
I mean, and at one point, Brian had a meeting with all the members and was telling everyone that went on, you know, like what was happening. And he said how he was in debt.
Yep.
And how he said, you know, even if someone said, I'll give you twice as much money as you need to keep the thing going, he wouldn't do it. No. I mean, I think the Moto Go with him and his wife really like is what he wants to do in his heart.
He seemed happy about that, traveling and just
It's
going.
a board.
Spinning up new
He
ones
loves
elsewhere.
teaching.
It's a
He's
board.
a teacher.
It's a foundation. The man is a
Right.
teacher since the day I met him.
Right.
Right.
And when he was at Skidmark, it was more of like dealing with guys like, where's this? Where's that? I mean, I was helping out with that, you know, but it was a lot of, you know, business related problems, and collecting the money was like he didn't want to do any of that, you know.
Brian
so I
said
could see.
he just liked riding his CL3, 77. I'm like, do you even have a street bike? Do you even ride a bike? He's like, no, I don't have to.
It is, you know, we long live Skidmark Garage, right? Amen. You know, we absolutely, there is not one single, if anybody's picking up on anything about like, yeah, something was wrong, nothing was wrong. It was magic.
Yeah.
It was magical.
I will say this.
I mean, aren't motorcycle co-ops just like pizza shops? I mean, they're going out of business from day one. I mean, you just imagine, you know, like.
Well, there was one in Cincinnati when I was at the Garage Brood. They came up and talked to Brian, you know, about what to do and this and that. It's there was a couple that came from all over to ask how this works, how you do it, and one of the guys came from like some farm town, you know, in PA somewhere, and he goes, "How can I do this?" And Brian goes, "Don't. You're not going to be able to compete with like everyone's got a barn and a garage. They don't need another garage to pay for, you know.
They're already hanging out in a circle,
hanging up,
staring under the hood of a 5.0 Mustang.
But think about down in the flats,
right?
You've got condos where you don't have a garage. You don't have no cool place to hang out with your bikes, or your buddies go and have a beer or whatever. Like, you know, it's the location is key. I said it wouldn't work in Parma. It would not work in Rocky River. It wouldn't work in Menor.
The drop-in factor on this is astronomical because people who own motorcycles, I've been doing this for 26 years running a business. I have got the same 120 guys that every Saturday they're getting together. Their wives have thrown them out of the house. They've been told, disappear. I don't want to see you again until the sun goes down. Right? And these guys show up at my shop. They park their bikes in the front. They spend 20 minutes taking all their gear off. Yeah. And then they come in the shop and they walk around the shop and they go, oh, yes, well, that was, and that's what you're going to have.
That was the joke when
you're on the flight plan.
When Brian posted the
Skidmark wasn't.
That was the joke when Brian posted that Skidmark was closing. Tracy, Dave's wife, goes, "Where's my husband going to go hang out? Where's his husband daycare?"
Right.
You know,
who's
you kind of need that.
Right. Who's going to provide my old man with daycare?
Where's he going to go now? I don't want him at the house.
No.
Who's going to bother me? No.
That's exactly what it is. And so the drop-in factor, the location you guys are in, the drop-in factor is astronomical because that is where Skidmark. I will be the first to tell you when I would be out taking a joyride. And I'd just be like, no, I'm just, you know, this is a cool bike. I want to ride this bike around for a while. I'm going to go ride through Cleveland. I'm going to go ride through Brattonall. I'm going to go ride through the metro parks and do everything else. And I'll pop over by Skidmark. See, somebody's always there, right? I'll see what's going on at skid mark. I'll hang out there for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And the drop-in factor is massive.
Yeah.
And where you're located, the drop-in factor is +5. You
Well,
you
right on
picked up
Columbus,
5 charisma points.
I'm not even kidding. Like last couple weeks, just hanging out late night and cleaning up and moving things around. The amount of bikes and cars that just go by and just ripping up and down, and I'm just looking, and I'm like, yeah, like it's not even summertime now. And it's like it's crazy the amount of traffic.
I love
gangs of kids from Supercross.
Yeah,
came
right.
through.
Oh yeah.
That's the cool stuff. That's when you start to become like, oh, look, there's some motorcycle event in town. We got to go check out Flatout, right? I've heard about this place. I'm here right now. We got to go look at it. We got to see what it's all
You
about.
need like a cover charge for the outdoor pavilion thing.
Oh,
Well, you got to be a day member because then
Right.
you can't participate if you're not a day
this is,
member.
and by the way, that I love. I just love the whole membership idea. Would be like, hey, man, we'd love to have you just come out and hang out with us.
Well,
but you got to be a member.
You-
Otherwise,
you kind of do.
We're hanging
because
our ass out here.
If you like, there's tools there. There's tools there.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't sign up and you get hurt, like, that's a liability thing. You know?
I promise you, when you say there is an acid test to being here, and it's membership.
Yeah, right. We're not trying to be dicks about we need your money. No, we like want to make this work.
The range I
No,
shoot
but you
at
do though.
has
Don't
a
shy
membership.
away. Like don't
right?
shy away from saying that you need money because you're providing a service. You're not you're not a charity. You have to be able to do it.
I'm so glad you actually have the website, flatoutgarage.com. It's just irritating when there's a business and all they have is a Facebook page or whatever. Like, I'm like, come on.
Oh, I know.
Well, a lot of old school boys like they don't want like email. They want my
glad to hear you
friends,
say that, though. It was
my
expensive.
fate, what a Friendster or
It's
whatever
still
it
worth
is.
doing. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't open a business I didn't make sure I could get the, the .com.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think that I don't see a massive gaping hole in this thing. I think you guys have done a really good job of covering all of that.
And like you were saying about like the whole, there's been no downtime or like, thinking about, you're right. I think about like March 4th, we were told skid mark's closing. I was told. And here it is, April, whatever it is.
It's happened astronomically
we're
fast.
ready. We're taking members right now.
Right.
And we're pretty much set up.
Yeah.
The only thing we need to kind of do is paint the machine shop and
well, getting through
few
the
little
auction,
things,
as far as I'm concerned, getting through the auction and getting a lot of warm bodies to that auction, because you got some great shit there. You have some fantastic stuff there.
we wanted to bring it all to we can't.
You just cannot do it. And that's why this is your future and it's my future too. There's going to be an auction at my warehouse someday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be paying close attention to your auction. And we always think about that. I have gone to motorcycle shop auctions where I have watched a man's 35-year business, his heart and soul, everything, all the hugs and kisses his kids didn't get.
Yep.
The trips to Cedar Point his kids didn't go on because he was growing his business. And I watched an auction company take a 35-year-old business and sell it to the walls in 11 hours. And it was a marathon event, but man, I'm telling you, there's no shame there.
I've been
But
to
we're
some
turning this into the shipping container, right? So this is the kind of thing that money will go back to something that's cool for the community.
Absolutely,
and it's just
absolutely.
changing forms.
That auction that's happening, get as many human beings as you can be there because many hands make light work, right? And if you get 400 people there and each guy walks away with a gas tank,
well, and think
congratulations.
Think about it is that like Brian is kind of on the hook. Like he told the landlord, I'm going to be out by April 30th because I don't want to pay another month, $7,000-8,000 whatever.
Right.
And we're trying to help him
Absolutely.
in the best way we can.
Absolutely.
It's like one day everyone comes and they grabs all the stuff and get it out of there.
Yes.
And whatever's left goes to the scrapyard.
Show up,
whatever.
buy something. Show up, buy 2 things. That's
the
what you
way,
can do to help.
There's a lot. If you look, I don't know if there's pictures of the gas tanks.
I
We just
saw.
took shelving. There's some gas tanks.
There's some really nice gas tanks.
We would get people that donated.
I would have
brand
never
new
noticed
stuff.
that.
Listen, if you look at the pictures, all right, there was. I don't
John's
know,
already licking them through the computer.
there's a white CB 750 Cafe
A kit.
tank and
Yeah.
a kit.
That's what Sleepy said. He's going
Oh,
to buy
I
it on
want
Sunday
that. I'm
morning.
slobbering all
Dude,
over that thing. Dude.
that thing is brand new. It was given to us.
It's only
Like,
going to
just
cost
donated.
you $1 more than the guy who bid before
Right,
you.
Right, of course.
But there's tanks that are brand new NOS that have never been mounted I don't know. There was one in a box, and it's red and white. I have no idea, but there's one that's really beat up, the same exact tank. I wish I knew what it was, but it's huge. There's Kawasaki. There's a bunch of stuff that's brand new that was given to the garage. We hung it up on the wall, and it was art. Now it's like, well, you might get it for a good price and use it on your bike,
right?
You know,
yeah. When they're doing the auction, it'll be that kind of thing. If you get the right bodies there,
there's really good stuff there. I mean, it's not all junk.
No, it's not.
We basically just took all the tools, you know.
Right. No, I think it's great. And
can I show up on Monday and get anything that's
absolutely
left
out of the dumpster? Yeah,
but you got to sweep up the floor.
Okay.
No,
you can't take one thing; you have to take all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the trick. Be like, okay, you're on Monday.
Whatever's
200-pound minimum.
Yeah, you got to bring a semi.
Bring a truck. That's all you can do. Yeah, it is really. I mean, it's funny, but we understand.
So, Greg, do you already have members?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yes, we do.
I was tempted. I'm like, I could just sign up and be a member right now.
Yeah,
You can.
You can.
Nothing
Rod
stopping.
can
I
take
might
your
wait till
number.
payday.
Right? No, so we have I don't even know the number, but like Dave Nolan was the first one.
He's
he
got-
wanted to sign, you know.
Oh yeah, I saw
And
your.
yeah, he made it. He made a little. Nick made a little thing about
The 007.
001.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dave Nolan.
Right.
But Mike Torsha, he's the guy that built the Kawasaki. It's been in a couple shows.
Yeah,
we
the
got a
KZ or whatever.
yeah. There's a
With
couple
the
of the
smoke
boys.
screen and
Yeah.
the heads-up display.
Yep.
and,
Super
and
cool
we
stuff.
have
amazing
It's
bike.
basically like these guys are going. I know you guys aren't fully set up right now, but we want memberships right now. Like
Right.
we'll come in. We don't. That's fine.
I mean, there's
So-
potential for them to sell out. I mean, certain memberships.
Well, and I'd rather have a waiting list than like, oh, we've got 10 open bays, which I don't think will happen. I mean, we've already got enough people that like they want to know, when can I bring my bike? You know, one of the other guys that we brought his bike because he's an older gentleman. He's been working on the CB 450 for 6 years, and God love him. He can't get the timing chain right on this thing.
Oh man.
But we brought all of his parts over and his bike and everything, and he came out and he takes the bus everywhere. He's got a Sportster 1200, but he doesn't ride it when it's raining or whatever. Mike is a really nice guy, and he called me up the other day and he's like, "Hey, can I just come down there and like help set up tools?" And I was like, "Absolutely,
yes,
I
come
can
on."
help him with that timing chain because I'm very familiar with it. I
But
fixed
he
a
needs
couple that
help bad in the worst way. He
I
actually.
fixed a couple that were out of index. It's really weird. The castings on the cams.
Do you know how many times he dropped the timing chain into the motor and had to take it all back apart?
Oh man.
He got to the point where
man.
he was like, "I think I should just buy a running bike." And
Yeah.
you make a. And I'm like, "No. You got to finish this."
We could
He
sort
went
that out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But then that's another thing. If you're a social member, you know, you can come and help out everyone. Like the whole open.
Can I
plan-
charge them?
No.
You need
I'm
to
sure you
pay,
could buy
you need
that.
to buy my membership, and I'll help
I'm sure
you.
the guy, will,
Mac
buy you
Fresh
some
gonna
beer
have
or
his
whatever.
T-shirt on that's gonna say
Gun for hire.
Yeah,
"Gun for hire." Right. Yeah.
Oh, we had stuff like that at Skidmark. Every Wednesday was like kind of Wizard Wednesday. We'd have guys that weren't members
Right.
officially, and they'd come and help out. Like Cubby would come and help out with electrical, and people would just help out.
That's
you
great.
know.
It's
But then
absolutely
it kind of
fantastic.
fell off, and like people
Yeah.
weren't coming because no one was.
Well, people have lives,
Yeah.
right? And that's the thing is everyone starts with the best of intentions,
Right.
and then things happen. You know, sometimes you don't see a guy for 3 or 4 months. Doesn't mean he doesn't love it. Doesn't mean he doesn't want to be there. Just means that for 3 or 4 months, shit
Something
got
else
weird.
happened.
Yeah, something else happened.
The
Something
best,
else happened.
the best thing about the new spot is it's more, I would say, cozy. Like you're literally right next to the guy working on his bike.
Right.
But that's cool because, hey, I need a hand. Can you just reach over and grab?
Oh my God,
hold
yeah.
this,
Right.
Rather than like, oh, and you're screaming to the guy across the building. Like the one thing
I need somebody over here now.
Well, no,
You
but
know what the best way to work on a bike is? Is when there's a person on this side and a person on that side.
Oh,
and
yeah.
both of you are working on the bike, and you don't have to go back and
That's
forth.
right.
And you're like, I mean, Cynthia and I were doing
yeah.
that this, last couple weekends.
Absolutely.
we kind of did it like a little makeshift kind of lounge, like right in the middle of everything. So it's like, I just want to take a break. And you sit down on the couch and
dude.
you could see everything around you.
So my mom passed away a while ago, so we're moving
Yeah.
all the furniture out, and I couldn't figure out what to do with this fucking chair, so I put it in my garage. So I have a recliner. The best thing I've ever done in my life, dude. You get
You
kind
have
of
a
tired of
recliner in
wrenching,
your
you just-
garage?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ask John, it's
shit.
fucking great.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
So
There's nothing
that's
like
a
it.
great idea. Yeah.
I slept there overnight.
I don't
think
want
you slept.
That sounds like a good story.
I don't want anything comfortable in my garage because I know how it's going to work. Like everybody's like, it's like I got my TV in my garage. I got a mini fridge. I got a nice comfy chair.
I just don't have productivity.
I'm like, fuck, dude, no, I'm supposed to be working out there. Like when I'm out there working, my goal is to be how much can I get done before the garage gets up to 58 degrees.
No, but you know, I agree. But what happens is, see, like when I get stuck on something, so then I'd rest my legs and I sit there and I ponder for a second, and then I'm like, oh, I know what to do.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
A lot of people will tell you if you're stuck on something, walk away from it.
Yeah.
Because
how many times have you gone, God damn it, I should have walked away from that.
Just go do something else.
You're looking at the problem,
Okay, I gotta get out of here.
you're looking at the problem, and your brain is overcomplicating it, and you just need to step away and not think about it.
Yeah.
You know, and the best thing, like I said, is to have a second or third pair of eyes on it. You know,
You need to sit down
where
in
does
the
this
chair
wire go?
and go on your phone and Google the shit out of
That
it.
too.
crap out of
That
it.
too.
Some
How do I fix this?
Weapons grade YouTubing happening over there. Yeah. That's where it's like my friend set up his garage and he's got this beautiful work set. I mean, literally did a great job.
Yeah.
And he's got a fucking 50-inch monitor hanging on the wall right in front where I would be like, there's 200 wrenches that need to go there, not a 50-inch monitor. And he's like, no, that's my most important tool in the shop.
Yeah.
I said, why? He goes, YouTube videos.
Yeah.
He says, I can sit here and I can watch that and I just move right along with it. He goes, we live in a golden era. We live in an era where you don't need to take a 6-week training course to learn how to work on your washing machine. You can watch a YouTube video.
Someone's already
and
done
watch
it.
a pro do it and learn from his 25 years of experience. So been there, done that. It works. So that's cool. I love it. Just so happy you guys are doing it. You know, full steam ahead.
Thank you so much.
So
Appreciate the support.
badass. It's a fucking deal. And I just signed up. So I signed up, and it says literally. So when you do this, it'll say thank you for signing up, and a member will be in touch with you.
Yep.
So that's the way the system works.
Yep.
And I just did. So you know, if I have to be member number like 0009, I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me.
I mean, this is I mean, it's a when you sign up, right? So if I sign up on my payday, will my dip be every day, every month on that? Like, when does it? You know what I mean?
We can
like,
decide. We can set it up for you however you want.
You
We
know
can
what
pick
I'm
the
saying?
date for you.
Yeah.
Because it'd be nice to be like, okay, I'm going to have it hit every second, whatever, and so that I know I got paid that day,
Right.
the money comes
Right,
out
right.
and whatnot.
And then we're going to be doing a video just on the new spot too. So in the next week or so, check out Moto Stories, and we'll have a full tour of the new spot.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love it.
I mean, I would love for you all to come down and just check it out because right now, from what it was, a couple weeks ago, like I said, it's pretty much ready to take members. Yeah,
And host a show from now on.
You
at some
looked
point.
good weeks ago when I stopped by.
Yeah.
Just come along.
Yeah, and so back to that, we are, people understand. We've been talking about this for a few weeks now. That is the official kickoff point for the DGR this year.
Yeah.
So we're going to have everybody down there. That's going to be one of those ones. The ride's going to roll out at about 1 p.m. That's kind of our traditional thing. And but if anybody wants to get down there earlier, we strongly recommend it.
Well, that's what we're talking
Absolutely. Note that you need to check the traffic patterns because
Yeah.
the Cleveland Marathon is that morning.
Yeah.
But not too bad as far as there's only a couple ways in that you'd
Are they
care
running
about.
through the flats or no?
Well, this is the trick. So we've been screwed by that marathon more than once.
I remember turning around.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Yeah, that was great.
I can fit 212 motorcycles in that parking lot and
then
never
have
stop
them,
moving.
And then have them do a figure 8 on the way out.
and
great.
and never stopped moving.
Yeah.
And I was
no
just
one
like,
questioned it. They're
No.
just like following like
fuck it,
ants,
let's
you know?
go.
Yeah, let's go.
And that's kind of the fun thing is like we in Cleveland we're lucky because
Yeah.
we're a small town.
Yeah.
Right. So we're a small town. We have that small town vibe. And if you're on a ride, in other cities I've been in, when you have that sort of thing that happens, where you've got this route planned by 1 o'clock, it's supposed to be go time, and we're all going to be good, and the marathon's going to be a problem. By the third frickin' turn, we knew we were screwed, double screwed.
Yeah.
Right. And we literally went past the cop who said, you can't go past me.
Yeah.
And we went past the cop and we went into the parking lot where the cop is like, you absolutely can't go into that parking lot. And I was like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, nice.
And we turned around 212 bikes inside that parking lot and we were high-fiving each other because it was so tight coming in versus going out. There was
Not
no
one
room.
accident.
Not one fucking accident that we pulled that shit off. And I was so proud of everybody for just being cool about it. And nobody bitched, nobody groused, nobody complained. We all just rolled on. And we just rebuilt the whole route. that was what's funny is I know these people that do DGR and they're like, well, you got to pre-route. You know, we always pre-run the route at least 2 or 3 times, make sure there's no traffic or construction we can't beat. And it just shows you though, when you just go, fuck it.
Yeah.
We're just going to get, all of us idiots are going to go on a ride right now. It turns out we can do a pretty good job.
Yeah.
You know, and we do have a bunch of people that know how to play nice together. We also have a lot of people who love to block traffic.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
You know where it starts, you know where it ends.
Yeah. And that's always been my favorite thing.
Well, here's
is
the
like,
funny thing, right?
We don't keep it a secret.
We always end at Porco, right?
Always.
Okay. So if anyone wants to look up where Flatout Garage is and where Porco is, you can almost throw a stone and hit Porco from Flatout.
I'm like, so that's the ride, right? From Flatout to Porco.
Phil, it's going to be the shortest DGR ever, right?
According to Google Maps, it is 0.9 miles.
Nice.
And if you're leaving Porco and going to Flatout, it is all downhill.
Yeah.
It's literally all downhill from there.
Yeah.
So if you get
Should
to
we just
Porco,
have everyone push their bikes to Porco?
Yeah, your stuff doesn't start.
well, I'm just saying is if you
when you
get to
leave.
Porco and you may have been overserved or something tragic happens, you just give somebody else your keys and just coast it home.
Coast down.
Just coast it down the hill, right? Have the recovery center be at Irish Bend. Yeah, it is fantastic.
And when you come to the river, go for it.
Go for it. Just go for
We
it.
think you
Take
can do
chances.
it. We believe in you.
Yeah, we have faith in you. Yeah, it's really, really. So people understand if you're listening to this and you're doing your DGR thing, there's no crime in getting there early.
No.
You're fucked up though if you get there at like, oh, this ride's going to leave at 1. I'm going to get there at 12:45.
Well,
That's a waste.
And the pictures are cooler when we get them all lined up.
Yeah, it
so
is.
Columbus is, it's just this big, long through the bridge, and then you're looking right at Cleveland. So I think Nick was talking about putting out some cones,
Yeah,
and
line 'em
saving
up.
some spaces and such.
Yep.
Meanwhile, right across from Flatout, there's a big parking lot for the workout place, which is where the Cleveland sign is. And I'm excited for the DGR ride because if we start at our place, when we start at our place, no matter which way you go, like you meander through the flats and there's some beautiful, like just scenery. Like wherever we go, wherever the route is, it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be easy. And
unless
that's the trick is.
unless the bridge goes up. Then we might
Half of the people
might have to wait.
Half the people are stuck on one side.
Yeah.
Well,
or on
and
the
that's
bridge.
another thing because of the marathon.
Yeah.
It essentially takes our choices away from
Yeah,
us.
right.
So we have to go down West 25th Street. So because all the other directions that are north are all fucked up because that marathon uses all of Lakewood, all of the Edgewater area, and it uses everything kind of going out to, Burkish, right? Like out to downtown, right? So that cocks up everything between East 18th Street and Edgewater, the Lakewood City line.
Well, and then it seemed like they didn't have a limit to like how long the marathon was. Remember, it was like Burger Bertha and like Tom whatever.
The fact that we were well after 1 o'clock
Because
and
they
they
got
were
to
like,
wait for the last person, right?
Right, and there was people like wearing tutus, laughing and drinking beers,
And it
shit.
starts
You're
at-
like, come on, man!
it
Like,
starts at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
I think so, yeah.
And they're like, no, everyone's going to be off the road by noon.
No.
1 o'clock's a totally safe time for you. We'll have the police there and everything else. And I was like, okay, great. That's fine. I made all the phone calls. I talked to all the cops. I talked to everybody, public safety. We're good with this shit. I love it. We're taken care of. And then we go out and first cop we run into is like, oh, no, dude. No.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we got up and we could see the marginal, as soon as we could see the Edgewater Park, and we saw people walking, like dragging their oxygen bottles.
with tutus and like all this dumb shit. And they got giraffe with the blow up suit on, and you're like,
They're making a career out of it.
See all the clothes laying alongside the route?
I paid my $79 to participate in this, and I'm getting every minute out of it.
Yep.
I'm going to be a spectacle for the full marathon.
Right.
So that is a challenging thing in Cleveland because we have these conflicting events.
But how cool is that there's so many events at the same time going on, but like think about the DGR happens all the way around the world.
It's the planet.
Yeah.
It's the whole damn planet.
And you got just like the Irish Bend, the whole thing. I don't know if you knew, like they're going to put a 6,000 seat amphitheater down there. The Metro Parks bought all the land that's on the other side of Irish Bend, right behind our garage, and they're putting up high-rise bed and breakfasts.
I did not know that.
Like that, the back right along the river on the other side where the swing bridge is.
Yeah.
And the there was like a fish place right on the corner.
Euclid
there.
Fish on the corner.
Yeah,
Yep.
They're tearing it down. That's
So,
all going to
so
be.
what you're saying is we're going to be able to jump over bed and breakfast
Absolutely.
at some point. Come out of the back.
It all comes back to breakfast.
It does. I think that's the key takeaway here. Is
Well, the
comes back to
flats
breakfast.
for years was like, kind of wasn't great. Now it's on such an upswing.
Yeah.
And now Michael Simon's
It's
right
gonna
next
take
to
me
us.
back.
It's like, yeah.
It's going to take me back to the early 90s, riding all the stunt bikes through
Oh,
there.
geez.
I was going to say, when we were doing that in that era, a friend of mine went down and went to a club and went into the club by this. I'll tell you how old I am. It was DePoo's. It was next to DePoo's, and he went in and he never came out. So they dragged the river and found his body, and he was robbed at knife point. Witnesses, and they found him, and he was perforated, and it took them weeks to find the body. And this is one of those things. Is like the flats used to be a extraordinarily dangerous place to be, extremely dangerous. When we'd go down there to watch shows, you'd always be like, "Yeah, so are we going to leave somebody with a car, or just take a car we don't care about?"
I'm not even kidding. Back in the the 90s, I went down there with on a double date, and then my date ended up fighting some other girl that she knew from they're beating each other up. We're trying to walk down the sidewalk.
Classy.
I'm like, wait, this is not good.
Well, and if you think about it,
Flats was a shit show.
It was.
Dude, and especially when the bars let out, because you'd
it
have
was
hip hop
fun.
bars, you'd have punk rock
Yeah.
bars, and then everybody's drunk and then gets out at the same
Oh,
time.
yeah.
And then it was
Exactly.
fucking crazy, man.
It was a nonstop. And then again, well, we'd love to leave, but the bridge is up.
Yeah.
We'd love to live, but the bridge is turned, right? So it was not an uncommon thing to have it be you couldn't leave. And now we've got 20,000 people that are all trying to get out of the the Kid Rock concert, and they can't.
Right. But
Right.
now you got the Metro Park stepping in, the Irish Bend, even now, you can't even recognize
No,
it,
it's
what it used to look like.
outrageous.
I don't even remember what it used to look like. The whole side of the hill, and they're putting in.
Oh, dude, it used to be. I did a drone flight for this
you?
company back in the day with my company.
Yeah.
It was because they were talking about that development.
Yeah.
It was all this creeping moss and stuff, and it covered all the old trees, so it made it like an underground, almost city.
It was a
of
tunnel
trees.
under there, and it was
Yeah.
just thousands of homeless
Tents.
people living
Yeah,
down there.
That's all it was, man.
Now it's amazing. And if you look at, you can look them up. Any social media has it, the whole Irish Bend and whole Metro Park system with what they're going to do. They're planned, and they're doing it right now. The machines are moving it. The amount of people that are down there right now that are, walking their dogs. And just nice old couples hey, what's going on in this garage? It's we never got any kind of traffic like that at the other place.
Oh, no way.
And I have not seen any
Well, you guys had that really nice recovery center about 5 blocks down. That was always good. The cats hanging out in front of that place were cool. And we had a guy come into our shop and buy a bike and try to get financed. Actually, he did successfully buy a bike, and he used that as his address.
Really?
The dude got a loan to buy a bike, and he used the recovery center as his address for his fixed address.
Nice.
And Renee was like, he got financed. For all the people that come in that don't get financed, his recovery center was his mailing address for his loan, and he did it. He pulled it off.
You think back how reckless the flats were. We would do stunt shows in the middle of the street, and the cops never did anything. It was crazy. Scott and Kevin would be literally doing circle wheelies and rolling burnouts all the way down the whole thing, and people would just be like,
It wasn't called a takeover back then. It was just
it was
three
just
guys
they
were
did
just
it. Yeah, right.
going to get stupid for a minute.
Yeah.
It was just going to be stupid for a couple of minutes, and then it just gets wildly out of control. I don't know. I love it. It's cool. No problem with that. That's badass. Did anyone look at the show notes tonight?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. So Ducati just decided, fuck it. You can't afford a Desert X? We'll make it a little cheaper.
Really?
They did. And Ducati kind of pulled off something that is unusually not Ducati. Ducati's thing has always been we have Ducati 2 ways. You can have a monster or a scrambler, and then you can have something really expensive.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way it was. And then really expensive meant a Multistrada with all the fixings or a Panigale.
Yeah.
Right? But Ducati now in their lineup, the Desert X lineup, you can buy this one motorcycle, I think 4 or 5 different ways. And that's kind of amazing. And their newest one is not their most expensive one. Their newest one, quite the opposite, is the cheapest one. Now, don't get so excited because we're not talking about super cheap. We're not talking about like crazy cheap.
No, cheaper.
We're talking about cheaper. It's 16
Cheaper-ish.
it's 16,995.
Yeah, but I
Right?
did some pricing out there this afternoon.
Yeah, and
You can get it up to 24,000 real fast.
so keep in mind the Desert X Discovery, the Rally's 24 grand. And the Rally's kind of the way everybody would want it, 110 horsepower, etc. The Desert X, the same motor, 110 horsepower, 20 grand, 20,000, no problem, starting, cost of entry. And of course, the Desert X that we all fell in love with when it first popped is 19,000, right? The V2, their idea about the V2 is just literally coming in at 3 grand lower than they were. But the real question is, are you going to, like you said, are you going to configure it?
Yeah. All I did was put a headlight guard on it and the 3 bags and a skid plate. And it was 24,900.
Exactly.
And that's when I asked you, I was like, and how much better is this and how much is the Moto Morini with bags?
Right.
Isn't it under 10 grand still with bags?
It's way cheaper. And that's the kooky thing about, the Ducati. I love the Desert X. I think it's a great bike. And if I had gobs and bags of money, I'd probably own one. I love the motor. I think everything's cool about it. Did you guys happen to notice the valve service intervals?
No.
Oh my goodness.
What is it? 200 miles?
Oh no, quite the contrary. Ducati got tired of people saying how expensive it was to own your Ducati.
Oh yeah.
And how, the maintenance on the Ducati is just astronomical and, nobody could ever own that. It's a 28,000 mile valve interval.
Wow.
That's not bad.
Now that is not too fucking shabby.
That's Honda territory.
It is Honda territory. Valve clearance. And by the way, it doesn't say valve adjustment, it says valve clearance check.
Yeah.
So valve clearance check at 28,000 miles.
Yeah, but it's still 2,000 miles for every plastic belt.
Well, you know what? And that's when you're looking at that, with this particular motor, I don't know what their belt service regimen is.
Yeah, I mean, but you can have a car that has a timing belt that's 100,000 miles.
Of course.
I don't.
Absolutely.
I mean, motorcycle engines spin a lot faster and stuff like that. But
It's a different application. Everything has to be so tiny and light, and move at so many fucking rip'ems.
They use Italian belts. They're much skinnier. They have a better diet.
They have a better diet.
they're full grain.
Yeah. You brought it up, so I did want to take a look at it right now. So the Moto Morini Escape is $12,999.
Okay.
So it's
But that's bagged out, ready to go. Everything.
No, that's no bags.
Which one?
That's the Moto Morini, the Escape 1200.
Oh, 1,200. No, I was saying the 700 with bags.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
Wouldn't that be closer? Because that's an 800 cc.
Yes, it
right?
would. Absolutely.
So that's what I was saying. Like,
900.
so compared to 24,000, how much is the 700 with bags?
It's-
Like 8, 9, 9.
At this
something?
point, I think I'm going with Dan on this one. We don't go by CCs, we go by horsepower.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's not fair to compare Moto Morini's 700, which is
Right.
kicking 75 horsepower,
yeah, and this is 110.
versus this is 110 horsepower.
Yeah. So okay, go to the 1,200. Okay.
Got to be fair. Got to be fair. Technically, they're only 71 cc's apart. Yeah, but they're freaking 40 horsepower
Well, and the
apart.
1,200 is kind of a Ducati motor.
Exactly. Well, that's the point.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do it, if you're going to go Escape, go Moto Morini.
That's
1200.
literally half the price.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was an interesting thing, and I do think that Ducati's looking at the market and going, yeah, we got to soften our prices up a little bit. We can't have our entry level bike be 19 grand, 20 grand for our adventure bike. Cool bike, cool that it is. So that's it. Our friend Guy Martin, going to be on the fucking bus for a little while. Guy Martin, one of the most interesting human beings on planet Earth, has managed to fall the wrong side of law over in England, and he's had his license suspended. For a guy whose entire fucking world is about driving shit, whether it's a diesel truck or a piece of construction equipment or his motorcycles. And I love that he gets the picture of shame where they actually posted his speed camera photo. And this was the moment where he lost his license for 6 fucking months.
But I mean, he doesn't look like, I thought he'd be like dragging a knee or something. He's just motoring down the road.
No, and this is the irony. The irony is, I believe they said that he got snagged for going like 42 and a 35 or some nonsense.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
His 27th time.
He had to
It
pay
is super easy to lose your license in the UK.
1,329 pounds in fines, costs, and victim surcharges.
Yikes.
Because they do believe in that sort of, restorative justice over there. And so that's tough to get your little speeding ticket ends up costing you over 1,600 bones. That's tough. Plus, they don't dick around with like, oh, you've lost your driving privileges for 6 months, but you have work privileges.
Yeah.
You can make sure you can go and get your mom her diabetes medicine or something, right? No, they legit no.
Really?
And my friends in Europe, when they would get pinched for something and they would get a suspension, I was like, well, you're just going to ride dirty, right? And the guy's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, they don't play around?
We don't play around. He's like, if you're under a 3-month suspension or a 1-month suspension and you go out and they catch you riding dirty, they're just going to say, I guess you just don't know how to drive anymore. I guess you're not a driver. You're not part of the world we call drivers anymore. Because they're like, yeah, you broke the rule. We slapped your wrists. But then you said, fuck you.
Yeah.
So if you say fuck you, then I guess you just don't need to have a driver's license ever again. So, yeah. My German father-in-law loved to drink. And he loved to drink. And he was good at it. But he was the guy, drink to Tanuki's on, speaking of which. But that man was religious, would not get near a fucking car. Sure. Not like one drink, one beer, and he'd be like, no, that's it. Car's staying here. We're going.
But weren't you drinking and driving in Germany was like you could drink and drive though. It was a weird thing.
It is acknowledged that people in Germany drink. Germans drink beer at a very young age. That's fine. But Germans are also trained on at what point are you drink driving? And Detlev knew, he was like, in his life, I don't think he ever had a beer. Like, beers for him did not come in a singular unit. The beers for him meant like, we're going to be at dinner, there's going to be 3 or 4, right? So rather than being a guy that's going to be like, oh yeah, I've got a BAC verified in my pocket, I'm going to make sure I'm not going out on the road unless I'm below 0.075 or whatever. Yeah, he just was like, that was one thing I always thought was amazing about him. He's like, no matter what the family plans were, it was like, we are walking home.
Wow, that was a noise.
I'm sorry about that. It came out way.
That was interesting.
It was an interesting, but it wasn't.
Was like some ventriloquism.
It wasn't what I was going for.
You got a little echo off of it.
I did. That gave a nice bounce. Interesting thing about this is I didn't know that Guy Martin was 44 years old. First thing, kind of surprising. Young guy. And the second thing that I did look that up, and he was going 78 miles an hour in a 40 zone.
Whoa, okay. Little over. That's a little better.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, I'm sorry. I did 78 and a 50. 78 and a 50. So, considering that yesterday I was going 148 in a 60 zone, I'm feeling okay.
Yeah.
So the UK also does average speed cameras. So like 10 miles apart.
Yeah.
They get you.
Yeah.
And if you got to the second camera too fast.
I always wondered about that on the turnpike. Yeah. Because if you make it from one place to the next where they give you the ticket,
right,
they can know like you're averaging like 90 miles an hour.
That's exactly,
I hit a time portal.
You're not sure that it's not a wormhole.
Right.
They used to. I think
I don't feel like we need that kind of stuff here.
I think it used to be called. It used to be called. I have to look it up. I think it used to be called the American Express rule.
Yeah.
That if for guys that are driving across America super fast, that you're going to be getting gas at gas pumps.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Sure.
And the American Express fraud department detects your credit card being
used
used in areas that you shouldn't possibly be able to be in unless you're going 120 miles an hour.
You were in New York this day, and now you're in Las Vegas the next day.
It shouldn't be. Somebody stole your card.
Yeah, right.
Somebody stole your fucking card. There's no way that could be you.
No.
But it's really funny when you think about that stuff. And you're like, oh man, that's pretty cool. That people can and do that. Then, did you guys see the Monkey FTR? Or is that old news?
Oh, the white, red, white, and blue one?
The Monkey Flat Track Racing Edition.
It's beautiful.
Sleepy sent it to me.
This thing is crazy cute. This is adorable.
But I don't think we get it here.
You're not going to get it here. But the best you can hope for is get a kit and build it yourself. Because it looks like they just took a red one and went ham with it. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it really looks good.
It's got Greg's gas tank on it.
So, yeah, my little monkey It's actually like the Sky Team copy of an actual monkey with the 8-inch wheels. The tank that's on it is an actual HRC racing tank from Europe. That my buddy had 2 of them brand new in the box.
Oh, wow.
And the tank that I got had a couple little chips on it. That wasn't good enough for his bike. So he put the NOS one on his bike and sold me the other one.
That's hilarious.
So that's on my street bike. And when Sleepy sent me that, I'm like, yeah, I already have that bike.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But I think it's cool that they're doing this and they're putting a lot of energy.
Yes.
For their market, which is
right.
I mean, obviously, the prime mark, for the Top Gear Philippines. I love watching everything that they put up because it's all brilliant. It's fantastic. This little monkey, though, I think is genius for that market. And it's super cool looking. To me, it enhances the retro vibe of the modern monkey. And where the modern monkeys get to the point where you're like, oh, I just know that's not an old one.
Well,
but when you look at this one starts to go like, oh shit.
So the very first couple, the newer monkeys that they made, like the ground platform, but it's a monkey. They were what? Yellow, red, blue.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the original hardtail Z50s were yellow, red, and blue.
Stick with
now,
history.
A lot of people don't understand. Over in Europe, like I think what was it, 2001? The actual monkey was fuel injected, a 50cc fuel injected monkey. Over in Europe, they had the gold-plated 50th anniversary, whatever the anniversary was. They had all these different color ones that no one knows about because they never came to the States. So when someone goes, oh my God, look at this red, white, and blue monkey. Well, that was what, I don't even know what the HRC one that they actually made. You could buy that one. Right. Now they're just basically copying it and putting it on the actual monkey.
On this power, and because this seriously, they did a great job.
Yeah.
They did a wonderful job. This Grom-based monkey that we're riding around on is fantastic.
Absolutely.
You can ride it cross country. You can ride it back and forth to work every day. It's kind of an amazing handling bike.
And anyone can really jump on one. Like it's more of a beginner, intermediate, expert bike. I mean, Pete.
Oh yeah.
He rides 800 BMW and he's got all kind of bikes. And he rode the monkey across the country. Like
It is one of those things where you'd say, okay, well, riding a small motorcycle cross country is a dumb thing to do. But when you look at this particular piece of equipment, which is reliable, then it's not that dumb of a thing to do. It forces you to slow down and be on better roads, which is kind of why you ride cross country.
Right.
Otherwise, you're just slamming it.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool. And I love on this thing the attention to detail. Like the closer you get in the photographs, the more parts that you realize they one-offed just for this bike.
Sure.
Because they were definitely looking at that 1990 HRC version,
Yep.
but then they had to scale it up to make it fit on this 125. And it really looks good. Like they didn't dick around with it and just be like, oh, we're just hanging this on, a number plate or whatever.
There was, I think it was last year, they came out with one that it was a monkey that looked like the 86 Z50 where it had yellow oval plates and I think it was a blue seat and a red tank. It literally looked like an 86 Z50 bigger. And it was amazing. And everyone, that was the same kind of thing as this. So like, where can I get that? And it was a kit.
It's a kit.
Yeah.
And like that, I think that's what's fun is because this platform now, we have people building kits that you can just be like, oh shit, I'm going to order that.
Yeah.
I've got a monkey. I've had it for 2 years. I'm kind of tired of looking at it. Let's change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you take your stock parts, you put them on the shelf. You can always put them back on.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It is fun. And that gives you the idea, especially for the home gamer who's going to be like, hey, I'd like to do some motorcycle shit, but I don't want to be grinding a cam in my backyard, right? I'm not going to be forging pistons in my wife's fucking fireplace. I just want to get my hands on a motorcycle and make something cool.
Yeah.
This is the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
It's a 1-to-1 model kit. Super fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that shit. I think
we were talking about the RC cars and everything. I've seen people do some crazy RC car stuff.
Oh yeah.
I actually, you know how they got those where like drift, the cars go around the little tracks and drift.
Yep.
I just saw a video today. Someone just put a duck on an actual car. Like there was no body. It was just a duck. So you see the duck drifting around with other cars. It's like everyone wants to do their own thing. They want to be original. They want to do something custom.
Yeah, do cool shit. Make fun.
How easy is that?
We have breaking news.
You guys ready for an insane update from our friend Graham Sykes?
I am ready for the insane update from the fastest man powered by steam, Graham Sykes.
Hey guys, after speaking with you guys on the podcast, we went testing at a private track in Elviston Airstrip with an all-new rocket bike.
Oh.
The weather was not with us, and we had a very strong head side wind for the first test. First run was a sighting run to make sure that all the systems in the bike were operating correctly, as it's all new. So we heated the water to 66% of max temp, filled it to 60% water capacity, and everything went well with a rather slow but very wet 7.2 second run in the quarter mile. Oh man, he was dragging ass on that.
It's moving so slow. 7.2 quarter. Oh.
So with that under our belt, as we filled the tank, sorry, I was hitting buttons. Where we go? Oh yeah. So with that now under our belt, we filled the tank to the max 120 liters of water and heated up to 100% and tried again. The wind blew me off course, and I had to lean bike so much I wore the edge of the carbon underneath the tray and put a hole in the top of my boot.
Oh, my God.
But nonetheless, the time was a 5.59 quarter, the third quickest quarter on a bike behind Larry McBride. Boom.
Right. Yeah, I mean, seriously, that is on planet Earth.
Yes.
Two-wheeled vehicle.
Yeah.
Third place.
Third place. Well, he was holding the bike up and grinding half of it off.
In less than optimal conditions.
Yes.
I don't think he's going to get slower.
No. So this is what we wanted to see, but the bike was running very wet, much wetter than the previous year, and we concluded that we must be getting better flow from the reworked outlets in the tank, but somehow the rocket nozzles were not allowing the water to flash the steam in them, as it looked like the expansion was happening outside of the rocket nozzle cones.
That was my guess.
I think he's spot on with that, yeah.
So we went to Melbourne Raceway, first test and tune on the next Sunday, and the same happened. Lots and lots of water exiting from the bike and not steam. With this in mind, we made a few changes, and on the Wednesday set off to Santa Pod for the first big meeting of the year, Festival of Power, where we had been advertised to run over the weekend. The first run, we made a few subtle changes and detuned the bike to try and restrict the water from exiting as fast. This seemed to work, and we ran a straight 5.6 quarter into a stiff 25 to 30 mile an hour
Jesus
headwind.
Christ.
With the first 200 mile eighth, yes, we are now moving in the right direction.
Holy 200 miles an hour.
In the eighth.
In an eighth.
Yes.
In case nobody knows how short an eighth is, run around your high school
yeah.
track twice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he's making progress. This guy is my fucking hero. I love this dude.
The cojones to go out and run it in bad conditions.
Yeah, half a lap, right?
The only thing I would say about that is that he doesn't have to worry about traction because he's got steam, and so he has a lot of advantages
half a lap,
to this.
a quarter, an eighth of a mile. I'm fucking out of shape, but I could get around half of a high school football track, and in that time, in that distance, he's going 200 fucking miles per hour. That's impossible.
In bad conditions.
It won't do a wheelie.
30 mile an hour, 25 mile an hour headwind.
But he doesn't have to worry about wheelies.
We go on. On the Saturday, we made a few small changes, and again into a headwind, we ran the quickest quarter we ever had run at 5.503.
Oh, my God.
0.004 seconds quicker than Larry McBride, pushing us into the position of second quickest bike in the standing quarter ever.
Ever. On the planet.
But using steam. 209.93 miles an hour into the eighth and coasted it to a 203.36 mile an hour 1,000 foot at 4.38 seconds for 1,000 feet, ending the quarter mile with 192.94 miles an hour pass. Jesus. Powered only to 549
That's
feet.
what I was going to say, because he runs out of steam, no joke.
Yeah.
At less than his eighth.
Yeah, 600 feet, he's done.
He's done.
Yeah.
Right?
So you're burning it off.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
So he's slower in the, he's crossing the line going through the traps at 192, but he was 2 Hondo in the eighth.
Yeah.
So he's just
he's slowing down in the quarter.
But second fastest two-wheeled anything on the planet. I don't care if you use really long rubber bands. How you get that number counts.
Who's the first, and how did they do that? I mean, it begs the question.
Well, no, but this is in the world. This is not just steam. This is against anything.
Well, I get it, but I mean, even like would have to be another rocket, like an actual rocket, like non-steam rocket. Because I don't think
fuel or something. Yeah,
I don't think
or
anything.
A buddy with a 160 kit.
All right.
The world's fastest quarter-mile motorcycle is a rocket-powered bike ridden by Eric Tabule, which achieved a record 5.06 second pass at 263 miles per hour.
Okay. Well,
Because you can't have enough traction to get you that fast. Like any motor, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I understand
motor.
what you're saying,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
All right, so Sunday's run, we altered the nozzles again. But again, it went too far and we were running wet again. And the weather was horrible with the 30 to 40 mile headwinds to the point that all bike classes ran the 8th mile for safety. We ran a 6.0 in the quarter and was a very inconclusive run. The following weekend, we were back at Melbourne Raceway, and yet again, the weather was windy and rainy showers. I made a new style inserts to try a theory out and attempt to dry out the plume and increase the efficiency of the rocket and attempt to get more thrust per liter of water used. This certainly worked, and we were back into the 0.7 60 foot with the heavier bike and the outlets, which were much drier, indicating better efficiency. We ran a 3.2 second 8th mile at 198 miles an hour with the same fuel load and with the lighter bike the year before. And we would have had run a 3.4 at 160 miles an hour, so the new inserts seemed to work well. Unfortunately, the chute didn't blossom correctly because of the tall wind. And I had great difficulty stopping on the short braking area. And according to the data logging, I managed to scrub off 100 miles an hour before running off the braking area onto the old runway, which is in bad condition. I managed to stop the bike, but in doing so, damaged the rear tire to the point it was unusable.
How old is this guy?
As well as my shorts.
He's not 20.
He's
I was gonna say he's like his probably wore his shoes down to nothing trying to stop that thing.
So he said, all right, so we had a new spare 17x4 front runner and Saturday evening and disassembled the bike and changed the rear tire. Sunday brought a gray, cold, windy, and rainy day, and although we heated the bike up and we were ready to run at 1 p.m., the rain stopped play and we decided not to run, even though whatever. We had learned so much from analysis and data these past few things. Now we had a clear path of development moving forward, and I think this is where it gets good. I'm now making more nozzles to further improve the rocket efficiency and make the bike run drier and quicker than ever, and I have found out something in the way of water flows and can work on this and increase the effectiveness of the nozzles. Our next meeting is at Santa Pod main event, 22nd to the 25th of May, and we're scheduled to do 4 runs over the meeting, so we should have more success and good data to work on. We have not had a good day of weather yet to really push the bike hard, but it'll come. This meeting can be live streamed for free.
Nice.
So if you look up Santa Pod main event, 22nd, 25th of May, you can watch him do this live.
Where's he doing all this?
England.
England.
And all this time, I was thinking gas was the way to go, and now I'm
I
thinking
know, he's
steam.
magic.
Well, wasn't it when they introduced steam engines? It's like, well, gas is combustible. Steam,
So safe.
His last thing is, I feel there's about 0.6 seconds to come out of the bike yet as we move forward, and as we are just 0.527 seconds behind the quickest run ever made by a bike in the quarter.
Right.
This is a goal I think we'll be pursuing, and we should be the quickest ever soon.
We have to understand there's 2 different records, and it can be tough because there's ET, 5.06 seconds, and then there's top speed.
Yeah.
So Larry McBride, Spider-Man, he has 268 miles per hour. That's so high. He's the man, right? And then the rocket cycle, Eric DeBuell, 263. So again, Grant, he's in that hunt. But now we talk about low ET. So the low ET is 5.06 for the guy Eric on the rocket bike, but then that puts Graham right at number 2 slot.
Yeah, and he's figuring out
because
ways
McBride
to
is
squeeze out the speed, man. Oh, that's so sick.
It's very, very cool. Yeah, that's neat.
We had him on the podcast, and he sat for 2 hours and just told us about
Zoom video.
everything. It was insane.
Wow.
Is he just
So
not?
cool.
He's not going to give up until he gets number 1.
He just loves it.
I get it, but like,
And at this point, when he says he's going to pull 0.6 of a second out of this thing, that there's no coincidence that 0.6 of a second makes him the fastest, quickest, and fastest.
Yep.
He's going to win or see God.
Right.
When people don't understand, when people think this might be easy or something, everything that I just read, if you think about that, he's made it sound like it was no big deal.
Oh,
They
yeah, that's
changed
the other thing.
nozzles.
Oh, yeah,
like
I
that
just
changing the
did
nozzles.
this, and
I mean,
yeah.
how much design went into that? Like, I mean, how many hours of sitting at the
He's
computer?
a full-blown fucking aerospace engineer.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
When he says he changed nozzles, he didn't go down to the hardware store and buy more nozzles. He manufactured his own nozzles,
yes.
right? In extreme tolerances. Yeah, good for him. It's fucking awesome to follow his.
Oh, I told him, please never not
runs.
tell us what's going on.
Oh, I know. It brings me serious joy to see what he's doing and to just be like, again, the amazing thing is not that he does this and that he does it on the steam powered motorcycle. That's amazing. That's just out of control, and your brain is really hard to get that. But it's just, how can he get on the bike with his giant balls? Because there's no way in the world when you can say, okay, ready? Here's a test. Go. Done.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
In the blink of
the
an eye.
same guy that's got that kind of those kind of balls and that kind of brain, and to be able to pilot the thing and engineer it.
And his wife supports him, and she actually like sews and does stuff to put like
all the thermal
tank
stuff,
and stuff.
Right.
She's in there sewing all this stuff. Oh, dude, it's crazy.
And then the question I asked, I was like, okay, not for nothing, but the G-forces on launch on this thing are crippling. How do you even stay on it? He goes, well,
just hold on.
He said, I'm strapped to it.
Oh.
So,
which is probably a good idea.
he is no shit. He is buckled into the bike.
Well, and the bike goes through around him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. He ain't going off of it. There's
Could you
nowhere to go.
imagine he hits the button and he stays there and the bike just takes off?
If his hand moves more than 10 inches away, that shuts everything off. Well, it doesn't matter if it shuts it off because it's only on
1.9
for
seconds.
1.9 seconds.
But think about this compared to like the top fuel guys, because like it's
He
my
moves
job.
his hand, the
I'm
parachute
sitting
comes
there,
out.
The noise is coming out. I'd be standing there, it almost makes you
it's
shit
crazy.
yourself.
Yeah.
He's silent. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's
Nothing.
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 Gone.
That's it. It's fucking nuts. That's like zero motorcycles times 50.
He's riding a bottle rocket.
It is all it is.
Or no, a soda rocket.
A soda rocket. Yeah. It's fucking amazing.
Is there anyone else that's like attempting the same similar thing?
Clearly the guy on the rocket bike watched a video of that, and so yes, he's the second biggest boss in show business.
I'm talking about like steam power.
Because the guy on the rocket bike is that's all combustible.
Right.
Like that whole thing is like JATO action. You're just gone.
Yeah.
Right. Good for him. It's fucking amazing.
And the other thing about that, there's no part of that that's actually a motorcycle. Not even the fork. Nothing. There's nothing that was actually a motorcycle.
It's all hand fabricated by him.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He said we would only use a part if the part that we found was already the caliber of part I would have built.
Oh, sure.
Right. Other than that, it's
Or
completely
for
fabricated.
tanks or something like that, he's just talking to the guys from NASA, like buying from their suppliers to get like the pressurized tanks and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
insane. Man.
That's the kooky part was when we talked to him, realizing that he goes down the track on 240 pounds of water.
Yeah.
So when he leaves the starting line, the bike is 240 pounds heavier than it is at the end of the run. The bike loses a hell of a lot of weight. Like that. It's fucking great.
And just everything. You have to listen to it. It's so cool, man.
Absolutely love it. Well, God damn it. We dig that shit. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of stuff we're into. Not to do it ourselves, but to cheer you along.
Well, there's always hope, a steam-powered mini bike.
Dude, if he handed me the keys, I would have to try it.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, maybe not a full chat, but a toot. Like,
Initially, I would have
up
been
to
like
30%. Maybe.
Yeah, like just give me a little fucking.
Initially,
a little bump.
I would have said no way in the world, but then after talking to the guy for 2 hours, then my confidence level just became supremely overconfident. Where I was like, clearly this guy's safety's, he's not dumb. He's got this figured out.
You talk to a guy for 2 minutes and you're like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
Yeah.
This
is not. I'm a billionaire and I built my own submarine.
The propulsion.
Hey, want to ride in my submarine I built? Yeah. It's really cool.
Riding a rocket like that.
Lowest bidder carbon fiber.
It takes care of a lot of problems. It takes care of spinning out and going sideways, doing a wheelie. Like, it just literally shoots you down the track.
Straight. Yeah.
Yeah. And it does make you kind of, be very impressed with Spider-Man's ability to do that with pistones. With Larry McBride being able to do that and consistently over the years, over and over and over and over and over. That Spider-Man thing has been in my head since I was a kid, basically.
But think about this too. So like when you get to the top fuel bikes or the dragsters, all the shit that I fucking film all the time, those dudes get one run and they're rebuilding everything.
Oh, absolutely.
This dude doesn't have to rebuild shit if he doesn't crash.
Puts more
he
water
just pours
in it.
more water in it. So think about it. It's economical at the end of it. So those dudes, how much are they spending per run to go that
That's
fast?
actually funny,
And he's not really, I mean, obviously.
And Larry McBride is 68 years old. So none of these guys are spring chickens, right? These guys are not kids. These guys have got a lot of time. It's that Isle of Man thing. You're like, oh man, every time I look at some guy who's riding the Isle of Man, he looks like he has the same body mass index that I do.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's because these guys have been doing it for a very, very long time.
They trained for it.
There's the quick and the dead. And that's that deal is like you get these dudes that are just like, yeah, man, I'm not built to run marathons. I'm not built to run sprints, but I am built to go around the Isle of Man.
That's true.
Yeah, and that's an interesting thing. Here we have the two fastest guys right now in the world are within about 5 years of each other.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they're not young men. They're both well into their Social Security checks.
Well, we were talking about the Supercross was here. Did you guys go to the pits? Did you guys see any of the bikes?
In California, I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. When they were here, and I didn't know. Like we were talking, a couple of the members went down there and they were looking at some of the bikes. And they were saying and they were talking about how each bike is like everything's like titanium, everything's custom made.
Oh,
like each rider has like 5 bikes and they're $80,000 a piece. They're not just off the shelf bikes.
And that's why. But there are also so that at the end of to the lower end of the racing class, you do have some privateers in there with all these guys.
Right.
So at that show, the privateer on a Suzuki beat all those fucking bikes.
It's amazing.
I mean, it's not a completely stock Suzuki, but it's not that. You know, so that's what made it even like woohoo. You know,
but that's the cool thing about the guy with the Steam. It's like he's doing everything himself. He doesn't have any sponsorship, does he?
Oh
like,
he's
got
some. But I mean, well, I'm trying to help him out.
I mean, there's no one like paying his bills.
Big Water.
No,
Big Water.
Well, he has to buy.
Did you mail him some stickers to stick on his bike?
Yeah, no, I'm working.
He doesn't just get water. He has to buy special water from power plants because special high gravity water that can produce more reliable, more predictable steam. He can't have impurities in the water. It has to be mega pure,
or it'll
destroy the nozzles.
Yeah, can't have any particles
if there's
in it.
any particles or any impurities in it.
He doesn't just use the Brita filter.
Right.
I told him to get the water out of your dehumidifier.
So in kind of the opposite, if we throw this picture up real quick, this is Larry McBride. This is the guy who has the world speed record for
what is he
low
using
ET.
for an engine in that?
Well, the point I was going to say, we should call somebody because a very old man has just fallen onto a motorcycle. He looks like he may be having trouble getting out of that position. But this is a monster, a whole bunch of pistones, a whole bunch of booms. This is, in my opinion, this is infinitely more dangerous than the steam-powered bike because any one of these parts can go through you.
Well, there's video out there. I don't know where you can find it, YouTube or something like that. The Top Fuel bikes where the pistons shoot straight through the thing.
Oh,
You're holding on like this, and then you see parts go straight up.
Or think about a
all
chain.
of those pistons only want to go two directions, up or down.
Think about a 3,000 horsepower chain.
Right.
How big is that fucking chain? It has to be fucking ridiculous.
It's exactly that big.
Yeah.
That's how big it is.
Well, don't some of those they run double chains?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Again, amazing, absolutely fantastic. But I never thought I'd say this. The steam-powered motorcycle built by the crazy guy in England is safer than the guy who's been doing it the same exact way for the past 30 fucking years on pistones. That, to me, now that you look at the steam operation, even the rocket operation seems like it's a bit safer than that catastrophe on wheels, 9,000 moving parts.
But man,
all it takes is one of them to fail.
You see these either the bikes or cars or anything at the track, they come in after a run and you see it's 20 people hit that engine and it's like and they got a rack and this lady moves with the top end. These guys got the heads, this thing's out, the clutch fucking pops out. It's like it's insane.
Complete total teardown.
Oh yeah, you have to. The pistons are melted, most
That's all
of
you
them.
get.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just millions of dollars, just burning it.
Oh yeah.
Burning
think
it,
about that.
burning it, and burning it.
Those pistons and rods for that run, that's $6,000, $6,000 to $8,000 for those pistons and rods, maybe 10, depending.
Well, people
on what
don't
they're
understand with those Top Fuel dragsters, and you see them just sitting there idling. A lot of the fuel, it's not being burned; it's just coming straight out.
Oh,
they pump so much. There's video where it shows how much fuel
you can't even.
They pump.
It's a gallon a second, dude. It's more than that. It's like 5 gallons a second.
Yeah.
But the funny part
5 gallons a second.
We our Summit sponsors Clay Milligan or McMillan or whatever, something like that. And so I'm always sent, and I have to go in it, get footage with him or something. So they'll be working on the car, and they get the engine together, and they have to fire it up and run it.
Yeah.
And all the fans and stuff are then. They're like, hey, we're gonna fire it up.
Yeah.
This is a warning.
Yeah.
Nobody leaves, right?
Yeah.
They fire it up, and everybody's like, whoa! And they're like, it just hits their eyes because it's fucking methane or whatever.
Yeah,
Nitro
Yeah,
methane.
nitro meth is terrible.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, everybody, the kids are all crying. The dad's like, what happened?
My buddy Nick used to pit for those guys,
God.
in the Nitro funny cars and such.
Yeah.
Yeah. awesome.
This is one of those places where I'm glad it exists on planet Earth. I don't want to be any part of it whatsoever. I will watch it, and it's good for short attention span because we go. That was it. Yeah, I can be really, really impressed really, really quickly and then be distracted by something else.
Dude, I'll tell you, the first so I had been to drag races. I know, a million times, right? But my first like big thing with Summit a bunch of years ago, we were out at Norwalk or Summit Raceway, and John Forrest was running, and I filmed all kinds of cars, but I've never filmed the Top Fuel, whatever. So I had my badges on. I'm like fucking 4 feet away from it, right? Yeah. And it's like, so I'm gonna get this shot. Like I'm allowed to be there, so I'm gonna get the fucking shot of like the tree with the car. I'm gonna get it fucking, and I'm holding the gimbal, and it's like, and then all of a sudden I don't know what happened, but I might have shit myself at some point because everything just went. I didn't see anything. I have no idea if I got the shot. I didn't know where I was for a minute, and then I'm like, I haven't breathed in a long time. It was the most violent. I don't even know how to explain it. It was like I got hit by a bus, sucked out into space, and punched in the dick all at the same time. It was insane. And then I'm like, how the fuck does he drive it doing that? Like,
well, he's got the benefit of 18 layers of hearing protection, a safety suit, a cage,
but his
all kinds of cool
body,
stuff around him.
With all that, dude, I had hearing protection.
All of the evil shit is pointed
sack.
at you.
All
of the dangerous, all of the bang.
That sound that hurts your chest.
Yeah, even when you're in the stands, when you're in the stands and those things go down, it feels like someone's punching you in the chest. Yeah. There's no other way to describe it, but like that's what it feels like. Like someone's punching you in the chest.
You don't understand the power of sound until that sound fucks you up. There's this girl. I was up on top of the thing next to the track. You know how like they have the press booth? Yeah. So we have access to get up there so we can shoot down like this. And this girl, the new social media girl was with me. And so she's standing there, and the cars are 80 feet away from us, right? Yeah. He blasted off and it knocked her hat off.
Oh yeah.
Because we were right at the angle where like the exhaust was coming up to the building, but still it was far as fuck.
Yeah.
It was crazy, man. That shit is nuts.
It is outrageous. It is absolutely.
Think about how much those sponsorships have to pay that those cars can, because they might do 5 runs a weekend, right?
Yeah.
The Top Fuel guys, maybe 6. That's 10 to 12, 15, 20. If they break something, 100. I mean, how much thousands of dollars are going into that?
Drink your Monster Energy, boys.
Yeah, right.
Because that's what's paying for it, right?
Yeah, right.
And that's that sugar water that they're selling you 3 cents worth of sugar water for $3. Yeah. So they can keep that race program going. So you can feed the marketing machine.
Seems like a good cause.
I fully support it. That's exactly right. I'm glad the kids are getting all that Monster Energy money. That's what plants crave.
Yeah.
What else are you going to do with all the money?
Right, exactly.
Blow it at the racetrack.
How much have you spent? Oh my!
It could be worse. You could be buying vintage guitars.
Oh yeah.
Don't talk to me about that.
Oh. So that's pretty good. I was glad we got the update. That's super
awesome.
Cool. That's it for us. The biggest thing we want people to be aware of is obviously this Sunday. Get down to the auction. Get down to Skidmark and buy some cool shit. Because that is, you're helping, and you might get something cool for your garage.
What was the website that people need to go to if they're interested?
2 cent auctions, I think.
No,
better yet,
2 cent auctions.
And then, what's your website?
It's just better to go to flatoutgaragecle.com. Yeah. So I did test it. If you just type out Flatout Garage Cleveland.
Yeah, and by going to that, it's not like you're signing up and you got to pay nothing. It's just we're going to contact you and say, what do you need? Because there kind of is going to be like a little bit of interview process. Like I said, if we get guys that go, hey, I want to join your garage because I want to do burnouts and I want to do wheelies up and down your street. Like we're going to, hey, it's not the kind of garage.
That's a checkbox on the form.
Right.
We want to do bad stuff. Like,
can I just do that without being a member?
You can do that just down the street a little bit.
You can. Yeah. In fact, that's a great way to make sure that you don't have to worry about, nobody will ever look you up. We chase you down for your $50 membership.
Or if your name's Adam, don't even bother.
If you're a fuck knuckle, and if you're just a perpetual source of grief for everybody around you, you'll know because you're just not going to get invited, right? That's it.
We just want a place that everyone can hang out and talk bikes, like like you're in your garage.
Exactly.
That's
exactly right.
But I think you just said something that's really important. Is everybody is welcome. This is not a biker thing. It's not anything. If you are tiny female that thinks you might want to get into motorcycling and want to build one, you will find people and stuff. This is the kind of community that is accepting of all kinds of people.
I'll tell you, like at Skidmark Garage, a couple of our best members were females.
Of course.
And one of our members that she's a moped girl, you know.
Some of our best mechanics,
Cassie,
have been ladies.
Yep.
She wanted a dirt bike, and she got
awesome.
She got a shitty KE 100.
Oh, I met her. She was cool as shit.
Yeah. She had the bike at the Piston Power Show.
Yeah.
And she took 2 rust buckets, put them together, and created just a gorgeous bike.
Yep.
But it was all personalized to her. Like she did the Kawasaki on the tank, but then the slash that went through had like some sparkles in it.
Yeah.
Like she actually learned how to do leaf.
Oh, really?
Like she learned how to do all this
that's
stuff.
great.
Well, and the mechanics, like as a dude who just sold the KE100 and rebuilt one, she was saying all the right stuff. Like, oh, this was a problem because the carb's inside there, and it's hard to get this. I'm like, she actually,
exactly.
Yeah.
But I told her, I said, I want your bike. And she actually, another funny, you saw her at she had the KE100 at the Piston Power Show, and it was a Pook.
Something like
whatever moped.
Yeah.
She had blew it up. She blew up the Pook, and this was like her. She had done like pinstripes. She had learned how to do pinstripes. She made a seat for it. She did all this stuff, real nice stuff. And she was going through the metro parks and letting it idle down a hill.
Oh yeah,
with no gas,
with no gas,
and no oil. So boom, went the motor. And she was devastated, but she rebuilt it. And like it's running again. Like she just learned how to do it.
Throw a kid on that bitch.
Throw a kid on that bitch. Yeah,
right.
And then keep the throttle cracked while you're going downhill.
Like I said, some of our best members are very unsuspecting. Like you look at them, go like, like.
I think that you guys have a built-in opportunity there. Your location being so close to the river that you are, the mighty Cuyahoga River. Lord may she never burn again. But let's just say at some point there's going to be that bike. There's going to be that guy, that bike. You guys might need to be able to trebuchet a bike into the river.
Yeah.
There might be a point where you just have to just make something fucking disappear.
Yeah.
And I
I'm
think that trebuchet is the way to make that happen. Or just really long Hot Wheel tracks.
This guy and Nick are like some crazy guys. Like when it comes to physics and destroying things. So don't get him started.
And if the river does burn again, may it not be our fault.
Oh boy, you are absolutely There's a lot of potential there.
May there be no cameras rolling.
Right.
Yeah, right.
That's it. Yeah. Can we send a couple more guys on kayaks down to Cuyahoga? Make sure it's still clean.
I'll tell you this. Like last year, I was down there last summer.
Yeah.
And right around the corner by the swing bridge, there's a nice little park area, little grass area, and you can go watch the concerts that happen across the river. And I'm not even kidding. There's a guy on a kayak or like a little bass boat or whatever, had a fire pit and a fire going in the middle of the boat.
In the middle of his boat?
It was a kayak. It was some kind of small boat. And I'm like, I look and it's on fire. And I go, what is he doing?
It's an intentional cooking fire.
He had a little bonfire going in the middle of his boat. And I go,
it can only go so wrong.
Oh my God, what is he doing?
Oh no, my boat's on fire. What do I do? If I only had some water to put it out.
Right. He was
That's just calling being so extra. You got to just be so.
I was going to say,
look at me. I have a fire.
I don't know
I'm
what
cooking
he was
my
doing.
meal while kayaking.
Right.
But unbeknownst to him,
Wearing $307
the Cuyahoga
socks.
River had been getting continuously more polluted since COVID.
His channel's got millions of hits.
And his air fuel mixture was just right.
Yeah.
And he burnt the fucker down again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame. None of us want to see that again. And it did get crazy nice. I mean, the water is clean. It's crazy clean. But it was crazy clean.
Is it, John?
I was going to say, I thought Cleveland should bring back open trench pipelines.
But look at the EPA rules. We're not far from it. Yeah, we're right now. It is one of those things where like, I'm a person that lives very close to the lake, and I swim every chance I can get. I go out there. I got my kayak, I got my canoes. I'm that kid, man. 900 feet from the water, I'm in.
Yeah.
And last year, I noticed she wasn't so clean as she was the year before. She's getting a bit stanky.
Let's be honest. Our whole planet is just getting gooky.
Yeah. And 3 or 4 years ago, I was shocked at how clean the lake was.
Right.
That I could be standing on our pier and looking at the rocks.
A lot of
5-6 feet under water.
A lot of people don't understand out by the 5 Mile crib or whatever.
The crib,
it's crystal clear.
Yeah.
Like the lake is crystal clear except for by the shore. You know,
That's why you don't go swimming after a big rain.
I think we're making the case here for switching to steam.
yeah, steam.
It does make perfect sense.
Well, you know, you don't have to worry about the water riding a motorcycle.
That's true, absolutely. So that's it, guys. Sign up for the DGR. We'd love to see you guys out there. It looks like we got about 115 or 120 people already signed up. Wow. So we're in our last push. Like I said, there's going to be about 200 people that we're gonna have officially signed up for the event, and we'll be kicking it off at Flatout Garage. Anybody else got anything else?
When you do get there, if you want to buy the elevator pass, see me. They get you to the second floor.
To the second floor, absolutely.
Is that where the pool is?
Exactly.
The VIP lounge.
That's right.
Right, absolutely. And again, remember, if you have too much money, and if you like bad ideas and you go to AMA Vintage Days, you need to donate to our Kickstarter for GoFundMe, right? For the ClevelandMoto Inflatable Irish Pub. Because the ClevelandMoto Inflatable Irish Pub continues to, and people have donated money to this. People have actually said, I want to be a part of this bad idea.
It's actually more than that, because that's the old picture.
That's the old picture.
Like
I was going to say,
Yeah, it's changed. And I am shocked that people are donating to this. I am stunned if it happens. But if it doesn't happen, we're going to get that bullshit centipede thing you have to crawl through.
Yeah,
the human centipede.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to make them crawl through the human centipede. But don't worry, we're going to lube it up real good first.
So Phil, if somebody wanted to help us get the ClevelandMoto Inflatable Irish Pub, where would they go?
Well, folks, if you did want to help, what you want to do is you want to go to, and I'm going to try to get this absolutely right because I don't want to unsell us. So this is a GoFundMe for the ClevelandMoto Irish Pub, and it's not just a bad idea. It's a bad idea you can be a part of, and you can live in infamy.
Oh, no, it's a bad idea that we're going to need the help of about 27 people
to help us build it.
Yes.
Well, how much space does that take up?
All of it.
Can you show some of the interior pictures?
Pretty freaking good.
I just pulled them up.
There you go. We got this guy from the inside.
Those are tables.
Yeah, this is a big unit.
I don't understand how it supports itself.
Unit.
That's Johnny's Max high school name.
Yes. Yep. It is big
there's
inflatable
those big
unit.
inflatable tubes. And the fans are
God.
probably
Giant
not
triangles.
little.
Do you remember
fans.
the wacky inflatable arm waving tube guys?
Yeah.
Kind of the same concept, but it keeps the air.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
And
The fans
the long
run
and
off
short
of
of
those
it is
750 cc motors.
GoFundMe.com. It's going to take a very small nuclear power plant to keep the fans going, right? Because we don't want it, dropping down on top of you. It's
Oh,
bad
look at that.
news
Yeah,
bears.
we're at 550.
We're
now.
at 550 for
Wow,
fuck's
look at
sake.
that. All right.
Yeah, and just to let you know we're paying attention, guys. Luke Vanderhart totally must have bumped his head or something. I don't know what bad has befallen him in his life. He gave us $200 fucking dollars.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Luke.
Yeah, so McElfresh says that's a handy. The
Old fashioned. Nothing like
Hand and deliver.
Justin's in at the big 25. Chance came in at 25. Alex dropping the bomb on us with 25 or with 50. Wow. Nick DeVito giving us some of that sweet remote control action money for 50 whole doll hairs. These guys are fucking killing it.
We need a big fish donor.
Anson.
We need
Anson
a big fish
threw
donor.
down. Anson, our friend Anson, threw down 50 bones. Anson Clement. He threw down 50 bones. Sleepy's getting high on his own supply at $50. Brian Conley's in at 20. Duncan's in at $20. Tony Biddle. We all love Tony. Tony's in for 20 bones. He wants to see this shit fail. He's gonna have a front row seat for the carnage. John Nadratowski. You know him. You'll love him. His kid'll set you on fire. 20 whole dollars. And Anonymous. And this is what I wanted to say. Who the fuck needs to hide behind $20?
Well, there's a liability concern.
Literally saying I was no part of this.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
You can't prove I was
I supported this.
ever part of this bad idea.
That's probably the CEO of the AMA.
Speaking of which, though.
Speaking of.
Oh, yeah.
April 30th, we're going to have the COO of the AMA and the head of the
That's this exact time next week.
Yeah.
1 week from today.
This is via Zoom or in person?
Yeah, no, we're going to have them both Zoom in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll be here, and they're going to be answering questions. So guys, get your questions together. Not like, why does it cost so much and dumb shit like that.
You know,
like,
I was going to say.
If a bunch of assholes show up with an inflatable pub and take them to 4 camping spots.
Yeah, let me just say that we probably won't be playing the promotion for the inflatable pub next week. Just telling you.
Yeah, stay away from that one.
Ty, you're going to get a shit-faced drunk with the boys at Cleveland Moto Podcast getting at a fucking inflatable bounce house. Don't know what's going to happen later on, but I'm sure we're going to get shamrocked about it. Yeah, it's fucking awful.
But I am excited to find out, what kind of
I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be in Mexico.
Well, we'll
so
ask
you guys
questions
will have to do it
for
without
you.
me. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to find out what goes on behind the scenes. You know, how long do they take to do stuff? Like, how do they come up with what's cool, what's not cool? Like, whatever.
It is a major fucking accomplishment. Mid-Ohio, for anybody who's been there, it is shocking that they just don't have life flights constantly on the on just in a holding pattern, not for the racetrack, for the swap meet. For the campsite.
Well, it's the guys on the golf carts that fall out of the golf carts.
But you know what I think it is? I think like when you're in a place where there is apparent danger,
yes,
it makes you more aware. And so now you don't have people driving their motorcycles looking at their phones because you literally will die. So
I think there's not a lot of amateurs there. There probably are some, but most of the people going there are pretty pro.
Well, I mean, the guy that bit the side of the bus the first year I was there, that was pretty epic.
Pretty epic. And then we have a guy that is perpetually 200 feet from us, or at least one gear change away from us, on a mini bike with a triple two-stroke in it, right? Who lights it up about every 26 minutes on cue. So you can't have a peaceful moment. And then this fucking chainsaw and crack fires up, and then he just goes shooting past our campsite at whatever speed you can go on that gravel. And he's never had a slow pass. He's always like set land speed gravel campsite records. And again, he's just 1 or 2 campsites over from us. So there is that sense of perpetual, like, I'm going to get clipped. Oh, yeah. At some moment, my ankles are going to become upside down. Like
I don't know, the guy that mistook the tiny little fire pit grill thing that we had.
Oh my god!
For not a ramp?
No shit. How does that even happen?
It's like, dude,
how fucked are you?
Fire.
It is a hibachi. It's a small portable hibachi full of flaming coals.
Well, hold on. Let's
and
talk
somebody
about
was
that.
like, "I'm gonna hit this ramp."
Well, worse than that, Tom.
That's exactly what fucking happened.
Yeah.
Tom was burning some kind
And
of
it was
thing
out
that-
of bounds.
It wasn't smelling that great. It was some kind of a plasticky log.
Oh, yeah.
And then whoever hit the fucking thing, it burst into many plasticky
did.
log pieces and just burned everywhere.
Oh my god! I thought it was it was a tiny metal grill.
The guy's like, I thought it was a ramp, and I was like, one, it wasn't even in the field of play. It was like in there. It was like in their 10.
Did it say not a ramp?
Right.
Yeah.
First test.
Yeah.
Did somebody hastily spray paint the words "not a ramp" on it? No. Then it wasn't a ramp.
If you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Exactly.
I'm not sure they're as professional as we think.
But
they
when
are.
the guy hit it, and we were like, "Whoa, what the fuck, man!" And like, party foul. But he didn't look okay. He didn't just like blast off and throw us a bird. He did legit circle back to own up his shame. And he did. He came back to own his shame. So I thought it was a ramp, and I was like, "On what fucking planet?" And I was like, and I thought about it. It's like, oh, flaming ramps are kind of our speed.
I was not only that, but if you think about last year, they were jumping flaming vertical ramps.
That's my point.
So,
it was a
yeah,
pallet.
yeah.
It was a pallet at a 45-degree salute angle, and they were just stepping up dirt bikes off of it.
I'm like, there's no
for
way
hours.
this guy's gonna be able to jump. He's gonna go through it. Next thing you know, he's 18 feet in the air. I'm like, well, there
very good step up ramp, like out of fucking nowhere. And I don't want to know what hillbilly kid figured out you could take like an RZ125 and aim it at a pallet at a 45-degree angle and just catch mad air.
That was insane.
Mad air.
I remember.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I remember the days at Mid-Ohio when like the craziest thing was at like midnight, everyone would fire up their bike and go, and that's it.
No.
Now it's just madness.
Oh, we in the
Pure
back
madness.
area, we had this ridiculous fire that we built, 900 pallets burnt bad. And as soon as we had a good fire going over there for the Mods versus Rockers year, some dude showed up in a Yamaha XS 650 that we didn't know it, but he was the world's greatest motorcycle rider.
He was like the one-armed bandit, one hand riding, another holding a beer, and just like one geared, wide open, like second gear, and just
drifting the whole time on grass and dirt and shit. And then he was like, we were joking. We were kind of like, we're gonna put a ramp in front of the big fire and see what happens. And this guy was like,
I'll jump it.
Challenge accepted.
Good.
And he like, yep.
Yeah.
Bam, and he hit it, and he hit the ramp over the fire. And John and I were like, well, he's clearly too fucked up to die. So, right, he had 3 teeth in his whole head.
Yeah.
And he just
Those
nailed
are the best
it.
riders.
He nailed it, and he was unstoppable. And we got tired of watching him jump the fire.
When's this thing gonna run out of gas?
Exactly. We were just like, fuck, man, we get it. Save some pussy for the rest of us.
Yeah, right.
The guy was amazing. He was great. And again, didn't get his name, don't know who he was. He just showed up, won, and left.
You talk about the 45-degree ramp. When we did the track walk, those jumps,
Yes.
I mean, they are literally like...
We had the luck of going onto the Angel Stadium field for Supercross.
Oh, wow.
So we were actually on the field of Supercross, in between the doubles, in between the jumps. And that was the thing. It was like, okay, now we're standing between these cocksuckers, and they are monstrous. And then the trick is run up it.
Yeah.
And and it's like
You have to run down one to get enough momentum to get up the next one.
The idea of using conserved human velocity when you're like, wait, my feet aren't wheels.
Is it like American Gladiators?
It
where they're
is.
trying to run up the thing and the treadmill's going against you.
That's
You
just
can't get up there?
that's just wrong shoes. That's
right.
just the wrong footwear.
Yeah.
But I ate shit on the way up, and I was joking. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell everybody that time I ate shit on the Supercross track. You know, yeah, ended my motocross career totally. Just don't have to say I was on shoes. I was on
Right at the
Sambas.
finish line, too.
Right. It was at the finish line. I crashed on the finish line. Yeah, it was pretty sad, but it gives you a whole new respect for it. Well, that's it. Anybody else got anything else?
Oh, I think that was good.
That was pretty good, man. Educational, informational. Ride fast and take chances. Play us out here, Johnny Mac.
Bum, 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 bum,
Eject, eject, eject. Get us out of here, Sleepy. Hit the red button.